The
We
voices.
are talking. There are the voices here.
Map is kind of blurry.
No, it's not blurry on my end.
Well, I mean, it's not in the. It's not the most. The names aren't as clear to read.
It's just the font, I think, is a big part of it.
Well, the more I zoom in to try and make it bigger, it's the river names mostly that I can't see because they're a lighter color.
Let me see, because it's coming in really good on my screen.
Maybe it's just me.
Although I don't see any river names at all. Oh no! Now I see. Now I see. Yeah, though the river names are definitely blurry.
Oh.
The river names are definitely blurry.
Oh well. We'll have to figure out from the other sources if it comes up.
It is. There is in Here, I'm gonna hit our where people can see us now. Yay! Hello, everybody.
Hello, people.
Hello. I don't think we have anybody with us yet, but they're here in spirit, right?
Oh, start a citizen.
Oh, I didn't switch the thing. Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. We switched that up. Oh goodness. I knew I forgot to do something. Oh, people are gonna be like, we're gonna report you because you're not in
the game that you said you'd be in. It's false advertising.
Yeah, the Chronicle of the Lonely Bear, right? The Chronicles is what I actually put. The Chronicles of the. That's a word, right?
Chronile. The Chronile sounds like a place.
Lonely Bear, right? We can make it. You can make it a place.
Yeah, it sounds like a dangerous place to go.
What?
Or maybe it's just a bunch of sorceresses.
What category do I put this in? Is there a tabletop RPG category?
I wonder if you could just put.
Because I don't want to. I don't want to. I mean, do we put it in just chatting? Tabletop RPGs looks like it's an actual game. Like I don't know. There's a category tabletop RPGs, but it doesn't.
I don't know.
That's what we're in now, so we'll see if that's the wrong place. Probably is. Probably is.
Let's see if I can find the thing. I was like, I don't know. I
have to apologize to the guys yesterday because I thought we talked about not. Hey, Kat, how you doing? I thought we talked about not playing yesterday. But I feel like I might have missed something there by not saying it. But I feel bad about that. I feel bad.
Let's see, what categories are there?
Oh, are you checking in the categories?
I wonder if there is a. I know you could put like Witcher.
Yeah, like the game comes up, but like I don't even know how to. Yeah, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't even know how. I don't even know how to search for things. Filter by categories, right? Let's do table top. So it let me put a tabletop gaming thing in there, but it didn't do like a. Oh, I'm not logged in. How did I not get logged in? Whatever.
So there's like a Witcher one, but I don't know.
I think that's for the video games though, right? We just chatted for a bit. Last we heard was we were playing. That was last weekend. Oh no, yeah. I thought we talked about not playing. I apologize that we weren't there. Topher went down and visited his family, and he was kind of worn out. So I took Loki to the dog park for the first time in a little bit. Many apologies. I feel mostly responsible for that. I feel mostly responsible for that.
There's a tabletop RPGs.
Okay, because
tabletop space RPGs.
Yeah, that's what I put us in.
Yeah,
but I can't.
The general.
But I don't like when I search for it, like the category doesn't come up.
Doesn't?
Not on mine.
Let's see.
Categories we think you'll like. It should be this should be under one.
Like that's what people are using for like the general tabletop.
Okay, well, that's what I'll leave us then. I'll leave us right there in the table. I don't know why it won't. It doesn't show me. Wait.
Doesn't it show you?
Wait, hang on. Oh, I mean, it doesn't show me the tabletop. Oh, now it does. Because I was not putting it in the right search bar, apparently. Yeah, okay, we got people in there playing a bunch of different things. A lot of this beginning stuff is going to be cut out in the oh, guys playing mutants and masterminds.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Where are we at? We're not there. We are all the way down at the bottom. I see us. We're there.
We're live.
We're live. Everybody can see us now. Yay!
All the way at the bottom.
All the way. We're down there.
We gotta work our way up. Or out of the pit.
I don't think it's going to be hard to do because The Witcher is kind of a neat little thing, right? Like,
yeah, it's a good game. Popular show. I like the books a lot.
Yeah. All right, so let's give a little bit of a rundown on what this whole shindig is all about. Right? Do you wanna give us a rundown or?
Let's see. We'll try and do this together.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start talking and then you might fill in holes and take over.
Yeah, we'll do the banter. We'll do the banter.
Yeah. So, in keeping with like the novels, this will be the story of John, right?
Yep.
The Lonely Bear.
John of Belhaven, the Lonely Bear.
All right. I'm designing this to be jumping around between the end of his life, the adventures that he had in his life, and his reincarnation.
Like I die.
Yeah. So the beginning is that, spoiler alert, you die. Yeah.
But I'm an old man when I die.
Yeah. Well, however you're old when you when
I retire,
go into seclusion, right? You became a hermit.
Right. So
I don't think you died of old age, though.
No, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Something, I died from something.
Yeah.
Could be just like a random, like I drowned, or like maybe
you weren't expecting it to be the end of your life. This is just the time you're spending in seclusion. Solitude,
okay. Yeah. So let's take a quick backup and let everybody know we're playing The Witcher tabletop RPG by R. Talsorian Games. Hey Porthos, how you doing, bud? Shot in the head, yeah. Something got me. This is the hardcover book. It's by R. Talsorian Games in conjunction with CD Projekt Red, who are the developers of the Witcher video games. Written by Cody and Lisa Pondsmith. It is a D10 RPG system, correct?
Correct.
And my character, a little background on how we decided. Topher had these books for a long time, or this book for a while now. And he and I and his brother James we kind of like the Witcher stuff. One day he took the book down to hang out with his brother, and they started rolling up a character for James. When he got home, I decided I wanted to roll up a character. And no joke, completely randomly, I rolled up a Witcher. I didn't pick a Witcher. It just happened. I'll switch to the live screen so you can see all of my my oh wait, that's not where I want. These are all my rolls on the right side that I rolled randomly.
Yeah, the random character creation is a fun thing.
It's a really, really fun thing. So let's see, you rolled up a character as well. You want to tell us about the character you rolled up? And is that character going to make appearances in our Chronicles of Lonely Bear?
No, I have. I don't think I saved him at all.
Well, he's all there. All of your rolls are still there. Yeah, all of your rolls are still there. But the I don't know if the character sheet is there.
Oh, let's see.
But all of the rolls are there. All of the look. He's got seduction score. He's got a seduction score and everything.
He's a Nilfgaardian doctor.
And then see here you can start seeing where I started. I started coming in. Roll of the 1 on the D4 was a Witcher. And then I started rolling other attributes and stuff without realizing that because I rolled a Witcher, I had to go to a completely different table. A completely different table to roll my stuff. So I mean, I was let's give a little background on John here. Okay. John of Belhaven. Right, we'll pull up his stuff. Background here. So my early life, I was taken in infancy and trained at the Bear School in the Amel Mountains at Heron Kodvich. There are 5 schools of Witcher training. They are the Wolf, which you are all familiar with, if you are familiar with Geralt. Geralt of Rivia is a Witcher of the Wolf School. Then there's the Cat School, the Viper School, the Griffin School, and the Bear School. There is a 6th secretive one that's only been rumored, and that is the Manticore Witchers. So we won't talk about them. But yeah, I was taken and trained, and I think I'm going to be John of Belhaven because here, let me close this down a little so you can see the map better. Because this is the Amel Mountains right here, and in there somewhere is the ruins of my Witcher school. But this is Belhaven, so I'm thinking I was taken from Belhaven and trained there. I don't know my parents. I never met my parents. I don't know if they're alive or dead. I mean, I'm sure at this point in my life they're dead because I live extremely long life being a Witcher.
Yeah.
But then what else we had was...
Do we have how old you are?
We did roll up. So I had to start at... I could be no younger than 50 years.
Yeah.
Right? Because the last Witcher trials were put 50 years ago. But I think I'm 60.
Okay.
How many did I think I rolled...
I don't know if you want, if that sounds good to you, or if you want to.
Well, we rolled up my decades stuff, right?
Yeah, we rolled up.
We rolled up all
every
that stuff.
Every decade, you had like a roll on the chart.
I had to have a roll on a chart. So let me see. I'll pull it up. If you have the PDFs, it's on. Yeah. They start around 240. Is when the 241 is the life of the Witcher. Incredibly long lived. They don't come when your character begins their travels. They are somewhere between 20 and 29. For each decade after this, choose how much risk I took on as a Witcher. So I believe I started at 20, and then we did 3 rolls.
Okay.
Right? I think we did. We can go down to my last.
So you're like, we said that you were probably around 60 years old.
Yeah. I was taken as an infant. So I would have been, yeah. So I was at 30, right? Like I was 29 years old, and then I did 3 decades.
Yeah.
I did 3 decades. So I'm about 60 right around now. So I'm young for a Witcher, actually. No, that's fine. I'm fine with being like 60. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It doesn't put me at like a super old man, but it gave me enough time to do things, right? Like, currently I'm living as a hermit somewhere. We haven't determined that either, where I'm living in the world.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing we develop.
During my training.
How long does a Witcher live?
Well, the guy that's in the journal that you have currently, lived to be 200 plus.
Okay,
they can live an extremely long time.
Yeah.
So if
you're
I'm
like really young.
Yeah, if I'm putting myself at like 60, I'm just like, I'm in the beginning. We could go far. Like,
are you 60 when you go?
So yeah, I was gonna say, like, I entered hermitry, right? Like about the age of 60. So how long have I been a hermit for?
Yeah, that'll be up to you to decide.
Oh, we can put it like, seriously, we can do
it could be a decade or more.
Let's put me at like an even 100. Like, I've lived 40 years as a hermit.
No, yeah, okay.
Right? Like, I've been gone away from the worlds for 40 years. My most important event, let's tie it into my most important event, right? My most important event that I had rolled up for The Witcher was I went beyond the boundaries of the known continent. So there's different places like to the north and to the east and west and south. Well, I don't think I would have went south. Like, the south is like going into Nilfgaard, right? But like on the east side of the Blue Mountains or north of the Dragon Mountains.
You go. So you did travel past there.
I traveled. That was my most notable event. So maybe like when I was like 50 or something. It doesn't have to be my first event, but it's my most notable. What I'm like known for, right, is that I went and spent time in beyond the boundaries of the continent. And then let's say when I came back, like in my 60th year, I came back to the continent and we'll say lived around, like, I don't know, the Dragon Mountains somewhere.
That makes sense.
That's also, the Dragon Mountains is also the last known place of Carrie Saren, which is where the school of the Griffin were taught. But most all of the schools are in shambles, right? Or in some like.
I think where we're at now in like our timeline, though, like your character probably wouldn't know specific things about it. Like, we're past like the events of the books, really.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, I'm saying like, so like
which I haven't finished reading all of them. So
right.
No,
I might be. Hey, Bloodhaze, how you doing? I might be the only person who knows where in the Amel Mountains Karakovich was.
You're probably the one of the only people that cares, probably too.
Yeah, and I might not even care.
Yeah.
Right. Like I kind of feel like he might be a little disillusioned to the whole Witcher thing, right? Like, because I would have learned in my studies at the history of the Bear School of Witchers, right? So, according to the lore, according to the ancient texts, there was a journal found of he's actually the second Witcher. There was a Witcher. He was the second one to successfully go through the mutations. And that was about a week after the first person did. So in the beginning of Witchering, they weren't even called the Witchers yet. They didn't have a name per se. They fought monsters, they fought in wars, yada yada yada. But in the beginning, it was all just one group. There was like 60 or 70 of them. They were just one group, and they worked out of, I don't remember the name of the town. It's in the journal. But then there was a giant of a man who got really mad at one of the other witchers for taking a contract to kill a monster. And instead of going to attack the monster, he went and attacked the other witcher. And that witcher fled by drawing in the monster to do the thing. And that's where they get the fracturing. It's called the first fracturing of the witchers. It happened a long. At this point in our storyline, that's over like 600 years have passed since the fracturing. But what happened is this big giant man went and got a bunch of other like-minded witchers who were like, no, you guys ripped us off, blah, blah. And there was a war between the witchers. It was very bloody. A lot of people died. A lot of witchers were killed. It was just between the witchers. And this guy, this big guy who started, I can't remember his name, he left. But he left and took a bunch of people to the Amel Mountains and started training people to be witchers. So the very first faction of Witcher school was, in fact, the Bear. Is the oldest school is the Bear School. They're kind of jerks. They're very selfish. A lot
of witchers in the beginning weren't.
Yeah, they had a sense of duty. They had a sense of honor. And that's where the Griffin school is the last fully formed school. And the guy in the journal there, he's the one who started the Griffin school, and he taught those tenets that he was taught early on, right? Like he was taught honor and duty, and you got to protect those who can't protect each other. Where all these other schools kind of had their own different personalities. The Bear were very gruff and aggressive, and very rarely did they do jobs just because that was the right thing to do. Always revolved around money. The Viper School is known as man killers, where most all the Witcher schools they'll fight men and they'll kill men. They don't take sides usually. But the Vipers became assassins of men. And then there's the Wolf. Yeah, that's his name. That's
Larvik.
That's the Griffin guy. He's the second Witcher ever created. Okay. And then the other guy is like Lutfig or something like that. He's got a name, and he wore a bearskin cape, so he was known as the Bear, and that's how he started the school. So now, flash forward hundreds of years later, most of the monsters have been eradicated. There's still some monsters that pop up, but there's not like people are afraid of witchers. They're, they don't like them, and they're treated kind of poorly. And
as places become more civilized,
they
want civilized solutions.
Yeah,
and when sometimes what you need is a witcher,
and sometimes you just need a witcher. So our little story is going to revolve.
The process of making a witcher is not great.
It's not great, and actually, according to the lore, at this point where we're at, the mutation process has been lost, which is why there's no more witchers being created. So I don't know how that works in the book.
Yeah.
But in the
like I said, I didn't finish reading them. So right. if I'm going against the book,
that's tough.
Whatever.
Tough cookies. We're going to be doing a lot of. So if there's people out there who are going to watch and hang out and pay attention, we will take everything you say to heart, and we will look at it. However, we don't know the lore. The extent of my knowledge of The Witcher is about 75 hours of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and the TV show, and now these RPG books. Topher has read 3 of the 8 books, and he's just starting the 4th. Well, I don't know if he's doing it in the right order. So yeah, at this point, we're like 600 years past the fracturing. Most of the wars have been fought. There's wars going on all the time. I got sick of the fighting is basically what I'm thinking. Is like I learned the true nature of how the Bear School was formed and its leadership. And I feel like I've always kind of been against the grain of my brethren in the School of the Bear, where like if someone came to me and they were like, I don't really have the coin, and it was something that I could take care of, I kind of feel like sometimes I might be more, I don't know, this is me leaning heavily on like my Geralt gameplay from Witcher 3, is where like, maybe I crave a fight every so often. Yeah. But I don't feel as cutthroat, right? Like I'm not going to sabotage another Witcher if there's another Witcher who's taken the contract. I'm not going to do that. I don't willingly operate in fights against men unless they draw first or are completely horrible individuals. I'm very neutral when it comes to picking sides. I'm not going to take like, unless it might be mutually beneficial. However, that's like my past. So now, right, I'm about 100 years old now. And I'm out living in the wilderness. I still have to fill in a bunch of my character sheet. So, oh, the wind is bad again. Yep. But yeah, I'm John of Belhaven, and I spelled it.
Do you want to take it? Do I want to make it?
No, I'll get it.
Or it should like get stuck, right?
That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. If it slams hard enough, it just gets stuck, and then we'll worry about fixing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Whisper rolls. I don't need the whisper rolls. Count times 2 skills. I don't need any of that. So these are. Did I roll these? I don't remember how I did my stats.
Yeah, I think so. Or did you point by?
I don't think I point by.
Did you want to redo them?
No, I'm fine with the stats where they're at. I don't know what they mean.
I was not worried about it.
I'm not worried. I was just trying to go over the thing. So yeah, I'm a male. I was taken from the Nilfgaardian. Angren is in Nilfgaard now. Part of the Nilfgaardian. And my race is Witcher. My profession is Witcher. We gotta add in my weapons, right?
Yeah, get those weapons in.
We gotta get those weapons in there. Because I don't know how it's gonna affect. I don't know how it's gonna affect the rolling system, right?
Oh, actually, I think it just lets you do the damage, right?
I think so. So steel sword. I'm gonna pull up the. You put it in Dropbox, you said?
Yeah, it's in Dropbox. Under the Humblewood folder.
Under the Humblewood folder. Bum, bum, bum.
Let's go equipment. Go into equipment.
All files. I am in the wrong Dropbox. How do I go to a different? Sign out of that Dropbox, and then I sign in with that one. We'll sign in with that one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm having trouble. Where's equipment?
The Witcher equipment is in a different section. The Witcher equipment is in like the Witcher section. That's sword and stuff.
Witcher.
All right.
Witcher swords. I was also looking for general.
There is one of those. Right? Like, there is.
Trying to find. There's a lot in this book. You can get real what's it called? Granular.
Yeah. Super. Let's download that. We're gonna put that in the RPG folder.
Random rewards, random possessions.
the stat blocks of the monsters and the creatures and stuff,
yeah.
They kind of have like a...
It has it. Well, this is what they're weak for. This is the materials you can get from.
Yeah, this is like you get there from bodies and like basic like contract rewards, right? Like,
yeah.
Oh, this is a really nice PDF. Oh, I like this a lot. Let's go to Witcher again. This is really wowzer. Like now I kind of want to
should
like,
throw some
reach out to somebody and be like, toss a coin to our Witcher PDF makers here. All right, so my steel sword, I got to pull this down and we get weapon accuracy +0. Range, I'm pretty sure is +0. Bonus damage. Damage itself, do I put in 4d6? 4d6 +2 is the damage.
For your steel? Yeah.
Correct, for the steel sword. It's one-handed.
That's weird.
It's reliable. It's, what is it? Piercing and slashing?
Armor piercing effect.
Yeah. What is it? What is this? Weight is 2.5.
We need to. Oh yeah, we should put it all in.
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm just. Oh, my reliability is 15. Got a 15 reliability. Right? I got everything: damage, hands, reliability, effect, armor piercing.
There's so much about this game that it's like, ugh. All right, I gotta learn.
I'm very excited about it, and it's made out of meteorite. It's made out of meteorite, and the plan that we have in effect is like it's going to be a solo RPG game. It's going to be Topher's going to take on a lot of the NPCs in the storytelling. I'm just going to react to certain things and be the player. And every so often, I don't have any enhancements on it yet. Every so often, we'll have like a guest star, right?
Yes. We'll see. Yeah.
Like we
hope so.
We hope to be able to bring people in. They might be reoccurring characters. So wait, this doesn't have bonus damage? Wait, my steel sword doesn't have bonus damage.
It doesn't.
But my silver sword does.
Let's see.
It has silver 3d6 damage. It does 3d6 damage to things that are susceptible to silver damage. Oh God! Oh goodness!
What?
I keep dropping things because my hands are kind of goofy today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit us on the "Be Right Back" screen, so I can stand up. But we're still live on mic.
Gotcha. I just like looking at all this weapons and gear. Like I keep wanting. I rely on my understanding in the 5th edition to fill in the gaps in my knowledge. But yeah, we could make the efforts in order to incorporate the rule settings into my brain space. Right now, what I'm looking at is reliability, which is the number of times you can block with it.
Right. And then I have to repair and stuff, right?
Yeah, you have to you block it so many times before it breaks. I'm wondering if there are different rules for shields. Because you don't have a shield.
No, I don't have a shield. I do not have a shield.
I have to go into combat. So like every time they attack you, do you have to make a dodge roll?
I have parries. I have Like going through the Witcher stuff, right? Like when you look at the Witcher profession, like I have a lot of. Wait, why is it so quiet?
I'm jumping in between pages of my book.
I'm gonna finish putting my silver sword in here, and then I will jump.
Okay.
So I have 1d6 plus 2 regular damage. It does have bonus damage. It's one-handed. It's piercing and slashing. I don't know what that is. Concealment, right? No concealment, and it's only 1.5. It's a pound less, or a kilogram, or however what the right. Like that's why did it go? I got quiet again, so I'm sure my thing.
A strong attack does double damage. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a -3 penalty to attack.
Yeah.
If you're a Witcher, oh yeah, it reset again. Why? I don't know why that did. That's weird. If you're a Witcher of the Wolf School, you don't get strong attack penalties.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's really nice. Me,
you can only make one attack though, right? One attack, but you make double damage.
Yes, that sounds right. Okay, so I'm typing this into the thing because I need. That's how it will roll the dice. Okay, 3d6 close bracket. It's got stunning 2. No, that's just the example. All right, so it's silver damage. And then I put in the brackets, 3d6 in the brackets, and that's how it should roll that then. It should roll that.
Should roll it.
I'm gonna wait. So do I roll from here? If I click,
you roll from the skill.
Right. I roll. Oh, that's right. That's right. I roll from swordsmanship. Right. So I roll swordsmanship. Oh wait. Let's do a fast strike. No extra action. Weapon selection. Silver sword. Submit. We'll do a random attack location. No, we're going to try and chop its head off. And because I'm in bright light.
0.
Wait, bright light gives you a bonus.
No, 0.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bright light. Let me double check it in my handy dandy GM screen.
That's one of the coolest GM screens I've ever seen. I don't know how much relevance the inside information is going to be, but it's really really high grade material.
Mm-hmm. So like the modifiers it has in here are glaring light, which has increases the difficulty.
Yeah.
Daylight was 0. Dim light is increased difficulty. Darkness increased. So it only has things here that increase the difficulty of your
and
the
as a Witcher, I am allowed
the
to
way
use,
they have it written down is weird. Because like light gives you it says as a plus. So put it in as dim light for a second. I
have to put a numeric value.
Put +2 because it said that's how we write it. But isn't it? That's like the tech mod isn't +2, right? Because it's +2 to the difficulty, right? Should it be -2? Do you write it in as -2? You're muted, I think.
I am muted. We'll write it in as -2.
Okay,
However, as a Witcher, if you look at the Witcher profession block, right?
Yeah.
It says I'm allowed to reduce penalties. A Witcher can lessen the penalties of difficult terrain. When in a hostile environment or difficult terrain, a Witcher can lessen the penalties by half their Witcher training value.
Yeah. It actually has it here.
So I can lessen things by 3 because my Witcher training is 6. So I don't know if that I don't know if that would necessarily work with lighting conditions.
Well, do you have a special vision, right? For being a Witcher?
Yeah.
So,
right, like,
I don't know. I think you... I just want to see whether or not if you had a modifier, you would put a -2 or you would put it as 2.
Oh, no, right. I'm just talking out loud mainly. So it says when in a hostile environment or difficult terrain. So you would be determining what hostile environments are.
Yeah. Hostile environment is like a thing that says, is the environment hostile? You have a +4 modifier.
We're gonna go first attack to the head, second attack to the leg, with a -2.
The head is a -6 into the leg.
And there it rolled. So I did not do good on the first attack on the head. And it did add a -2 to the roll.
Okay.
So I got a +2. It's actually a -4 overall because of the location, right?
So it should have been a -8.
So, well, I mean, if you look at it, right? Like, so I got a 7 plus a 9, 16 plus 7 is 23, -4 is 19. But
you would have a -4 to the leg, a -8 to the head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, so the -8 is up here on the head, but it says -6.
So it should
and
have...
this one says -2 for the leg. So it looks like the minuses are off a little bit.
It says location -2 and then a -2 plus a -2 mod.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like you put it on as a penalty.
Not as a bonus, right? Yeah.
Right. Like if I was having you roll
but it didn't roll
a difficulty, I would increase the difficulty.
It didn't roll damage.
Have you selected the weapon, right?
I selected the weapon.
Can you is it like the Dungeons & Dragons, can you click on it and have it roll damage?
Let's try that out. Let's try that. We gotta go to gear. Silver sword.
Or is it, can you click it from this?
There, then it did the damage there.
Okay, so you have to click on there.
But yeah. Quick roll buttons. Yeah, it's right there. I just hit right there on the quick sheet, right? I didn't see that off to the right there. So I do my sword attack, and then I have the quick, like if I just hit.
You hit your quick thing.
I just hit that and it rolls the damage. So I have to click twice. It doesn't add it. It doesn't add it in, right?
Yeah. Does it have a way
consistent damage? That's very consistent damage. I don't know what the +4 is. What's the +4 from?
Do you get a bonus for your strength or something?
I'm uncertain.
Well,
that's got to be in there somewhere, right?
Oh, let's find out where that +4 comes
Combat from. Basics. Would it be in combat basics?
I wonder.
151?
Damage, combat. Let's look at damage.
151.
Oh, is it because you hit him in the leg?
Is that what it is?
Maybe. Because hitting him in the leg should have.
Okay. Hitting him in the leg is a ×1/2 damage, whatever. If I'm on a human, but I don't know damage is split into 2 carries: lethal, non-lethal. Any wound that brings you closer to death deals lethal damage. When you've taken on damage of both types is usually determined by rolling different combinations of 6 or 10-sided dice. Piercing, slashing. This is weird. Humanoid damage. If I hit in the head is ×3. But I don't know where that.
Yeah.
I don't know where that +4 comes from.
Yeah.
Because if I look at my body score, right? Like that would be my physique is.
It said I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I have a body 9. It's weird. I don't know how that figures in.
whether or not it's correct or not.
Because it does 1d6 plus 2 is the silver sword damage. But then it says plus 4. I wonder if that's the bonus damage. Here, hang on. I'm going to hit the steel. So 15 is 46. That's what it is. Okay. So it added plus bonus damage. It added 4 because I put that it did bonus damage, which I thought was the silver. So if I take the bonus damage off, right, and then attack with it, there it is. Cool. Then it's 1d6 plus 2. Okay.
That was some harsh damage roll, but
okay. Yeah, that was good thing we're not actually rolling damage.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't want to put bonus damage on there unless that's an enhancement, right? Like, all right, so that makes sense. Okay, so we figured that out. I do have some other things to pick out. Someone's been watching Blue's Clues. Hey, Thule. I say, wait, was it me that said handy dandy? Or was it Topher that said handy dandy?
Handy dandy. Oh, well.
It is something that I say a lot. I do say my handy dandy, trusty wusty.
Trusty.
My handy dandy, trusty wusty. Look, I'm going to compare myself to Geralt of Rivia. Geralt? Is it Geralt or Geralt?
I say Geralt, but that's not even his real name, so he doesn't really care.
Yeah, right. All right, so just to put it up here, like, we're as smart as each other.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lot more reflexive than I am, a lot more dexterous than I am. I have a better body score than he does.
Got the body.
I got the body, baby. He is 2 speed faster than me, which makes sense because I am a big mountain man. We're both the same empathy. We both have the same craft, and his will is 2 higher than mine. But my luck is 2 higher than his. He does have 20 more hit points than I do. And his vigor... Where's my vigor? On there somewhere? Where's my vigor?
No, I don't know. What is your vigor here? I thought it was like...
I have a 2 because I'm a witcher.
Okay,
A starting witcher only has a 2 vigor. But I don't know where that's at. Here, there's no vigor box. Oh, it's right there. My age. Yeah, we figured it out. I'm 60. But then we're going to put 40 years on top of that. Right?
If you like. Do you want to roll some more, like encounter things?
We could do that. I would have 4 more rolls.
Yeah.
As my life as a hermit.
Yeah, we could like
there's no spot for my vigor.
Interpret it. I thought it was somewhere. Is it under like magic and spells?
Oh, maybe that's where it's at. Yep, that's where it's at. My vigor is 2. If I was a Griffin school, if I was a member of the Griffin school, I'd get +2 to my vigor. Which means he's bought up his vigor. He's bought up his vigor.
Yep.
Cheater.
We can give you some more points too if we want to.
No, we don't have to do anything. I'm fine with my points. We don't even know how the game's gonna play, right? Like, so.
Yeah.
So we'll do a couple things and then.
Well, the idea is like this is kind of this weird time thing that we're doing as we jump back and forth.
Oh, am I gonna have to have like
you kind of as you're like?
Am I gonna have to have different character sheets with different skills, or we'll just put?
Yeah, we're not gonna worrying about continuity at all.
So, like when I'm an older Witcher, I might have better skills.
Yeah,
as
you're an older Witcher, you have worse stats.
Well, worse physical stats, but maybe better mental stats.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Right,
I like to switch point stuff around. Use tool things.
I don't know. I just don't know how.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's gonna matter.
Yeah, like as
in Dungeons & Dragons, I can make it clear. Oh, this means this. I don't know.
Well, it's like I know it's gonna matter in combat situations. Mm-hmm. It's gonna definitely matter because if you look at some of those blocks from those monsters, some of those guys are freaking. Some of those guys, they're like. If I come across those, I might as well just lay down. Yeah. Lay down and die. All right, so here we go. I have to roll 1d10.
What page are you on?
I'm on 241.
All right.
For each decade, choose how much risk I took on as a Witcher and roll for my decade. So first I have to roll on the danger row.
So I think you last time you were picking reckless, right?
I did 2 riskies and 1 non-neutral. Yeah,
so I think you're either normal or cautious in this period of
life.
In
this period of my life, I think it would definitely be... I got 4 to roll, so let's do 3 normals and 1 cautious. The first 3 decades are all going to be normal rolls.
Okay.
And then the last one will be cautious. And that's the one that I die in.
Yes. When you were the most cautious.
When I was the most cautious, I died. So I roll a d10. And I got a 10.
Which means nothing.
Which means nothing of significance happened in my first decade out.
Yeah.
So then we'll roll a second one.
No, let's before we roll.
Okay, what are we doing?
Let's try and decide where this is happening.
Well, I feel like I would come back from out of one of the boundary areas, right?
Yeah.
Now, I kind of want to live in the Dragon Mountains or just south of the Dragon Mountains.
Yeah.
Like whatever this little
will be Hengfors.
Like
be the closest area.
Would probably be the closest town or village or whatever. But I kind of want to live on the opposite side of the river, like in this forest. You see this forest up here?
Yeah.
Right under the
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's kind of where I want to live. Right, so I'm in the north.
In order to get to town, you have to cross the river.
I have to cross the river, and it's not really...
Well, there might be, that's the biggest place, but there could be,
there's probably little hamlets and stuff along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is where I'm spending my time, is in the Dragon Mountains. Mm-hmm. All right, so the first roll was a nothing. Are we ready to roll the second 10 years?
I wanted to look at... I want to see if there's anything... on was it Hengfors?
Okay. All right, you look. Okay. I'm gonna put some more stuff into my my character sheet.
In your nothing, what do you do? I was wondering if there's an idea of what do they do in that area? You're a settlement there. What are you in your? You've gotten to this place in the north. You're living in this forested area by the Dragon Mountains. What do the people do there in these small settlement towns? Is
it let's just find out what the life of Kovir is, right? Kovir and Pavis. There are several small feuding principalities or duchies north of Redania. The 2 most powerful, Kovir and Pavis, are joined under King Tancred at this time. They are not involved with the Nilfgaardian War. Oh, that makes sense, because I want to be far away from that as possible, other than to send significant monetary support to the north. Originally given to a cast-off member of Redanian royalty, the backwater of Kovir and Pavis became very successful after finding large veins of rare minerals, including dimeridium and 80% of the world's current gold deposits.
Oh, dimeridium is important.
Uh-huh.
Anti-magic
component. That makes sense why I'm living up there too.
Mm-hmm.
King
Tancred. You might even feel in the area magic isn't as strong.
I'm kind of getting away from. I don't want that magic, right?
Escaping the chaos.
Yeah. King Tancred has also made a point of saving and employing sorceresses cast off.
Ooh.
And in some cases tortured or imprisoned by Redania.
Oh, okay. So here's an important note. There's a Hengsford League.
The Hengfors League, yeah.
All right. So the last sentence in those paragraphs
is apparently similar to the fried dough rings found in Oxenfurt.
Yes. Donuts.
That makes sense. That makes absolute perfect sense. Yes.
So they have donuts there. Okay.
Was once
Noted.
the East Mart. Was once the East. So yeah. So I would live like I want to live like right here.
Yeah.
Right, like right in that area.
So that's okay. So that's in your area. They have. It's pretty popular.
Donuts.
Pretty decent sized town. There are donuts in this world.
That makes sense. I definitely am loving the fact that there's donuts.
Okay. Let's see. In your area, we'll say that like in your area, it's like the nearest settlement on the side of the river that you're on is mining.
Okay, that's.
They want that material, right?
Yeah, they want the dimeridium and the gold deposits.
Yeah, so that's what the nearest are. So there's probably lots of humans and dwarves, halflings.
Yeah, gnomes maybe.
Gnomes would be there, and who, depending on how they feel about, I keep forgetting it. Dimeridium.
Dimeridium, yeah.
How they feel about dimeridium and its implications. I guess maybe it's like maybe they're not exactly. Like we'll say that nearby you, like they want that, they're looking for that, but mostly what they're finding is like precious metals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It does say like 80% of the world's current gold deposits are in that covert.
Okay.
Covert.
Okay.
Right.
So I got a good idea. Like you're living nearby there. There's like they're mining, cutting down the forest, digging it into the mountains, and you're living in a place far from that. So it's like I'm telling you, like at least days of travel to where they're mining.
Yeah, without a doubt. And this is where I've gotten my nickname.
Yeah.
Right. This is where they call me the Lonely Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know I'm a witcher. It's hard to hide the fact that you're a witcher. And my markings and whatnot would entail them to knowing that I am a member of the bear school. Maybe rumored the last bear, who knows? But do they call me the Lonely Bear because I'm the last of the bear school, or do they call me the Lonely Bear because I live by myself out in the woods?
I think it might be because you live by yourself and you probably have a bear.
Like a bearskin cloak and a bear medallion. Yeah, that makes sense. That works. That works perfect.
They might not even. I think
they might not even know like
that you're a witcher.
If they deal with me, they know I'm a mutant.
Audio cut out.
Did it cut out completely?
Oh, it's just maybe just on my end. I couldn't hear you, but then my screen did a thing.
Yeah, if your screen did a thing, it probably cut your. Well, I was saying like if they deal with me, they know that I'm like a mutant because my eyes, right? Like.
Oh yeah. Anybody who met you would know that you're probably a mutant. Okay.
I don't know how much they know about witchering, or the witchers would be a thing.
Let's see, or if they. I think if you like stay by yourselves, I think they're the kind of people that like. They might have sent somebody to make sure that you're not a threat.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're saying for the purpose of this story, they came in, they met you, realized that you wouldn't be much of you're not going to be a danger to the mining. And then they left, and basically they leave you alone.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I very rarely, like maybe in the 40 years that I've lived here, like I've gone to Hengfors like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like once every 10 years I go into town.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So I'm allowed to pick two gears, but I did have a question about gear.
Yeah.
As far as armor goes, being a where's it? Wearing armor. Here we go. I don't know how armor penalties work, right?
Yeah, it's like let's look at let's learn about armor now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because as a bear, I was trained to wear armors, to wear heavy armors, where most witchers wear like a light woven gambeson.
Yeah.
But I would have been trained in heavier armor.
We're looking for penalties, right?
Yeah, I lessened penalties by 2, I think it was.
Let's see.
-2 to overall armor penalty.
Is that to like an attack penalty? Oh.
I am completely unsure how that works.
Well, let me see if I can find it here quick.
Because all I get is like EV, which is encumbrance value, reliability, stopping power, armor enhancement, weight.
If it's on there, it's not under. It doesn't look like it's under armor.
Yeah, that's like I don't. Maybe it's like skill armor check penalties, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if it's like things that oh yeah, where's skills? Skill resolution. What? Here we go.
Is there a thing in there for armor under your skill? Like try and do an athletic skill or swimming.
Oh yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, let's pull my character sheet back up. And then we go to skills and modifiers. We're gonna use we'll do a dexterity skill check.
Okay.
Right. Well, we'll do a stealth check. Additional mods, bright light, no vision, yada yada yada, and it just rolled it.
So you would have to like put it in.
Yeah, but I don't know what is the triggering action for that.
Okay.
Right. What is the? Okay, hands. Moving silently through your surroundings and acting without being perceived. At a base 10, you can sneak. At a base 10. Yeah, I don't know.
Modifiers. Let's see if I can put under skill modifiers. So we have levels of the wow.
There should be something that says like armor.
Yeah. So I guess I could put like I don't have the right parts, or oh, I could impose a penalty and then you would negate it because of your armor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's like
specifically. I don't think there's anything. There might not be anything specific that's like, oh, because of your armor. Well, I'm not seeing anything specific because of armor.
Yeah, and it doesn't say anything about.
It
just said something like -2 armor. Did I say armor check?
Not sure.
-2 to overall armor penalty is encumbrance. Is that what it is? Is that it's encumbrance?
Yeah, encumbrance.
So it's
value.
your EV. All right, so it's your EV is your overall armor penalty. Gotcha. So a gambeson, like a double woven gambeson, doesn't have an encumbrance value.
Okay.
And that's what I start with. As a witcher, I can choose a double.
Heavier.
Do I want to get something heavier? Is the
I would say that makes sense. You can see how damaged it is too. Like when you retire. Oof. Like it might have its entire reliability.
Yeah.
Oh, you subtract from your reflex and dexterity.
Where does it say that?
Under encumbrance value, under armor.
Describes how stiff the armor is. This value is subtracted from your reflex and dexterity. Minimum 1. See EV and magic sidebar if you are a magic user.
Yeah. Okay. So
all right. So because Double Woven Gamson doesn't have an EV, I can use up to heavy armor to negate that.
Yeah. Yeah, you could wear heavy armor without encumbrance value to your
to my reflex, my dex, and my spellcasting.
But it says a minimum one?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Armor has different values that determine how well it protects its wearer and how hindering. Always mean more protection. Light armor is much more maneuverable. Describes how stiff the armor is and how hard it is to move in. This value is subtracted from your reflex and dexterity, minimum of 1. So even if it's a 0 EV,
you still have your reflex and dex can't go below 1.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, so like if I was wearing plate armor, my reflex score, right? My stat.
Yeah.
My stat would go from a 9 to a 7.
Yes.
And my dex would go from a 6 to a 4. But because I'm a bear,
you ignore it.
I ignore that, and I can keep my reflex and then keep my dex.
All right. So
now the biggest problem is go ahead. Here's the thing.
Well, not only thing because like you could have like, oh, I have this heavy armor, but from where, right?
Well, then it's also like
elder folk or.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, so do I wear a helmet?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if I would wear a helmet.
Yeah.
But I know I would wear heavy torso armor and possibly heavy leg armor. Right?
Well, see, I'm trying to think. So there's torso armor, head armor,
leg armor, and shields.
All right. So do you think you probably don't use a shield, or do you?
I don't think I would use a shield. I don't think I would use a shield.
It doesn't really go with the Witcher training for sure.
What's up, Marcus? Yeah, there's a Witcher RPG, buddy. And that's what we're going to be playing. So,
yeah.
How are you doing?
Let's see. Would it be Nilfgaard?
Well, I mean, like, since I'm like 100 years old.
Yeah, it could be from anywhere.
Oh, nice. How you doing in the semester? Keeping up with all your stuff? Yeah, is there Elder Folk armor sets? Do I have an Elder Folk armor set?
Yeah, you could have potentially.
I mean, that stuff's pretty expensive, though.
Yeah, but like, that would definitely, if you were traveling around to that, you'd be like, oh yeah, he's offended to that.
Oh, and I did, like, we rolled up the thing where I was friends with the Scodial, right?
Yeah.
Scodiatiel?
Yeah. But they wouldn't have, it's probably the dwarven stuff that you would want, right?
Well, no, I'm from a story standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, I made friends with the squirrels.
Yeah, you did.
So maybe I would be wearing their medium armor instead of a double woven. Yeah, it's right there on page 84.
I'm having trouble finding it for some reason.
It's right under the dwarven cloak.
Okay, yeah. That's their armor, but is it medium?
Yeah, it's medium.
Oh,
armor sets.
Jeez,
armor sets, yeah.
Yeah, it's a medium. Yeah, so you might be wearing their medium, huh?
It's built with local foliage and furs integrated into it. When traveling through wilderness, the wearer gets a +2 to stealth checks.
So is that like
that would be
torso and legs?
Well, it says in here it comes
head,
torso, arms, and legs.
Yeah, okay. Excellent. So you can just, if you wanted their armor,
I would love that. And then that would fit in with part of the roll-up that we did.
Yeah, but then it also, like, if you go around places, oh, he's wearing their armor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll definitely add to strife in a lot of places, because
maybe like you're a reason why you were leaving the areas, because
yeah. Right, so if I put that, I don't know where to put all this stuff.
Do you want that kind of armor? That's all right.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think it would fit in with the stuff we already rolled up.
Yep.
Right, and then
it's definitely also then something that, like, you had to have they made for you.
Yeah.
Because you do not have an elf build.
I do not have an elf build. I'm kind of large. Mm-hmm. And then I can have like a nondescript like bear cloak.
Yes.
That I wear over it. Okay. All right. Yeah, so it gives me a +2 to stealth checks when in wilderness areas.
We have a gnome in this one book, right?
Is it the gnome that came in that one?
I think so. Yeah. Gnomes ran in Werebubbles. Werebubbles?
Werebubbles? Bubbaboobs?
Yeah, there's too many bees in it.
Would it be possible also in my 100 years, in my 100 years of life in the continent, to have a short bow?
Yeah.
For hunting, right? For hunting.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think I would hunt with my swords.
No. Yeah. Or crossbow.
I don't want a crossbow. I would prefer not to have a crossbow.
Yeah, like your relationship with the elves, I would say having a bow would be
okay. And like I said, I'm not going to employ it a lot in combat situations, but in case I need to hunt something. All right, yeah, I think as far as that goes, I think we're 1 year left. Oh my God, 1 year left already?
Oh, we have this thing. So it's like the Vran, or lizard people.
Ooh, lizard.
And we have the
lizard focus.
The wereburbs. That's too many bees.
The wereburbs.
They look like
the wereburbs.
Burrowing animals.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, let's see. One of the less humanoid races to be nearly destroyed. What the Oh, yeah, they might be nearby where you're at.
Oh, cool. I'm down with that.
Instead of worshiping gods, they worship the memories of their ancestors and the spirits of legendary heroes and heroines.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
They do not look as humanoid as elves or dwarves or gnomes or anything, so they are not treated well and live in seclusion. They refuse to let humans mine in their mountains.
Ooh.
So there's some potential conflict.
Yeah, it's like written right into it for us. All right, throwing knives.
Oh, man. Yeah. They are mostly wiped out because they refuse to let them mine in the mountains.
Ooh. Ooh.
You can almost be like in the ruins of one of their... Oh, a werebub? Werebub? Werebub. With my hair.
Werebub. All right, yeah. So I can throw my throwing knives body times 4 meters. So I can throw my throwing knives 36 meters.
That sounds a good distance to throw.
That's a significant. Yeah. That's a significant distance. It's farther than I would be able to throw a dagger without disadvantage in D&D 5.
But so meters near a yard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, how many feet is that?
So 1 meter is 3.2808 feet.
Yeah.
Or 3 feet, 3/8 of an inch. So I could throw it 36 times 3. Yeah. I can throw a throwing knife as far as I can shoot a longbow. In D&D 5. That's awesomeness of being a witcher, right?
Yep. Witcher. It's always been, well, he's a witcher.
It's like 108 feet. I could throw my throwing knives 108 feet. Plus. Like 100, we'll call it 110.
Do you want to just hunt with a dagger?
I would prefer not to.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I understand.
I would prefer not to. So I'm just going to put, what was that, 36 meters? Because everything's in meters. No bonus damage. They don't do a whole lot of damage. They only do a D6.
Yeah. I mean, versus an unarmed person, that's a lot.
Yeah, right, Nori? Major League Pitching, for sure. For sure.
Let's see. Oh, man, you took a lot of damage in heavy medium armor.
I do soak a lot of damage. So if you want to take that back, I'm fine with it.
No.
I'm fine with it.
You might need it.
Because I also have the ability to cast the Quen sign, which I can spend 2 stamina without going into over my threshold, which would give me 10 more hit points of shield.
Yeah.
So I'd have the 10 hit points of shield, then the soak from the armor. Right? Like.
Let's see. I have to look. We'll look into that. I don't see any real problem.
Okay.
I haven't, because we haven't really gotten into combat yet.
Right.
But what I want to do is like see what is. No. Let's not worry about your. Because when we actually get into like the adventure, I'm going to say that your armor has been repaired. So,
okay. All right.
I was saying like,
well, and that's like we're doing time jump stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like
time is a fluid and chunky.
Yeah. So I have
your reliability
tiny.
of your. That's not reliable. There's no reliability in armar, right?
I don't think so.
There's shields and weapons only.
Shield and weapons. Yeah.
Let me look at.
Right. And then we'll put a short bow down.
Your stopping power is 20. That's significant.
It takes all. Yeah.
Oh.
What is the range on a?
I don't know.
So a short bow range is 100 meters.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Which is, we've determined 300 plus feet.
Yeah.
So short bows in The Witcher are much more effective than long bows in D&D 5e.
Yeah. Well, in terms of range.
Yeah. Oh, damage. Don't even. 3d6 plus 3 short bow damage. Yeah.
In D&D, you do other things instead.
Yeah, you do other things. Right.
Yeah, but you also have things that increase your hit points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the math is calculated for the system.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm super on board. I like this.
But it also has the things like close, far, right? It's not designed for a grid.
Right.
Really.
You're right. Yeah, it's more designed for narrative, right? Like storytelling.
Yeah, it does a balance between the two. I think.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, I was going to say that, like, I don't think your bow would be Elven make.
No, it's just a regular short bow. Just a regular short bow.
I think you might have had one at one point, but it has been just things break over decades.
For sure. I mean, I might have gone through many different short bows at one point or another.
Yeah, you had to, but those swords, you had to take care of those.
The swords I have to. Yeah, the swords. The swords.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I probably.
But they're also more reliable too.
Yeah, I probably keep, like, when I go out. I mean, when I go out hunting, I probably strap both swords to my back.
Yeah.
Just in case I run across a monster or.
You do all your stuff you were trained to do every time you go out.
Yep. I don't know where to write like my gear, my armor. Do I just put?
Is it somewhere? Can you put it there?
I guess I can. Oh, okay. I see what it's doing there. Right.
That's how much.
That's how much.
That's
all right. So I'll put in this one in my. I'm going to put squirrel armor, right? All right, I need to go to the washroom.
All right.
So I'm going to hit the BRB screen. You're still live to everybody if you want to talk to them.
Okay. All right, everyone. Have any questions about the system? Let me know. And I'll try and answer. As I am learning about the system, and like writing a story in the back of my head, what should be the first thing that he fights? What do you think? I do. How wrecked should he get? But he's got that 20 armor now, so I'm like looking at damages of things, and it's like unless they critically hit. So I gotta see how he can defend. Does he? So I have to get a handle on combat. Oh, it's a D10 system. So was it? Yeah, you roll a D10, you add your attribute plus your skill. So your stuff can get really high. And on a they also exploding dice. So on a 10, you roll another 10 and add to it. And if you keep rolling 10s, it keeps getting higher. And if you roll a 1, you roll and subtract from your total. So you can get like into negatives if you rolled. It's Telsorian Games does the Witcher system, which is they also do Cyberpunk, and this is the D10 system that they use. Telsorian, let me type it into the chat.
I'm back. Yeah, it's Telsorian Games. Yeah. Telsorian Games. It's it's a D10 system, so it does have some likeness to a Savage Worlds, but not as much as you would think.
It's
how do you spell squirrel?
I don't know.
Is there two L's?
I'll look it up.
Squirrel.
2 R.
Squirrel. 1 L, 2 R's. Yep.
Squirrel
armor.
Anyway.
So it's going to give us a target number, right? Like we're going to have a target number.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have to beat that target number with my stat, my attribute, and my skill.
Plus a D10.
And plus a D10 roll. Where Savage Worlds has a scaling die system, right? Savage Worlds, you start with D6s and you go up to D12s, and then there's bennies and all kinds. So, I mean, I would think of it more like
there's also not degrees of success.
Degrees, yeah. There's no. It's just it's pass fail, right? Like you either hit the number or you don't hit the number. I think there are some
things like on to do do a critical hit against the target. Yeah, to do critical damage to a target.
Critical damage, yes.
Which I'll have to look into specifics of. But I think that's it. But you don't. Yeah, you either really you succeeded or you didn't.
And then it does. So it does the social combats, right? Like.
Yeah.
So I'm really excuse me, I'm really interested in seeing how that is all going to work. So it's got stopping power 20 to all spots? Is that how that works?
Yeah, because it's on its head, body, legs.
Okay, so and if I click wounded, oh look at that, it has cool little things there. My encumbrance value is 1, right? But because I'm trained in the use of armor, it's actually 0.
Yep.
Right? And the weight is 12. We've actually never played the system. We've never actually played the system. We've been looking at the book for like 3 months now.
Yeah. Let's see. And I'm like trying to get. Yeah, that's different than DD. It's all it is. It's different, and I'm getting my head around it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, one of the coolest things that we like to do is we like to play different game systems. I refer to everything as Dungeons and Dragons. Like when I'm like, oh, I'm going to go like Doug's. We go to Doug's house on Saturdays. I'm like, oh, when people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm going to go play D&D. I'm not actually going to play D&D. Can't remember the last time we played D&D at Doug's house.
Yeah.
It's just a way.
I don't know. Have we ever played D&D at Doug's house?
We have in the like 5 years that we've been going there. 4 years that we've been going there to Doug's house. Yeah. We've played at the very least, we've played one 5th edition game.
We should have.
Most of the time, it's different systems, which we like. We like to do.
Mostly it's D20 systems.
It's D20 or D20 derivatives usually, or percentile, right? It's one or the other. Usually, we're playing a D20 system or a percentile system. So, but we really enjoy. We really enjoy playing the various games. I'm just going to pop the number 20 in all of these spots here.
Yeah, it's a really nice armor.
And we still have to do 30 more years of events. Right? I got 30 more years of events to do.
You rolled nothing last time, but do you get anything for the events?
If I don't roll, wait, so does that not go in there? I put it in there. No, I don't want it to go under. It says, right, if nothing happens, I believe we just go to the next roll, right? Or you can narrate something, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Let's see what it says. For each decade, if something went wrong during the decade, if something did, roll on the danger table. After that, roll on the outcome roll for that decade, then on the benefits or hunt tables for details. So since nothing happened, right?
Yeah.
Wait. I did that wrong.
You did?
Yeah. Right? I'm supposed to roll a percentage first.
For what?
The danger.
Let me look.
Right? It's a 25% chance that something happened.
Oh, yeah.
So I did that kind of backwards.
Okay. Let's focus on this.
All right.
Jumping around this PDF.
That's all right. That's what today's session is all about. Is jumping around and trying to get familiar with things. We might get into some kind of adventure today, but we might not. All right. So I was actually supposed to roll a D100 first, right?
Let's see. All right. Okay.
And then if I roll 25% or lower, then I have to see what it was that happened.
Okay.
I think that's how it works. First, roll on the danger roll for that risk level to see if something went wrong during the decade. If something did, roll on the danger table on page 245. After that, roll the outcome. All right, so I have to roll the D100 first. And we roll, and I got a 65. So because I rolled a 65, nothing happened. Nothing of any significant.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I think so. Okay.
I don't like not having things to do. So then I'll roll the second 20 years.
No, we decided where we're gonna make decisions about the things. So we decided kind of where you were at.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, let's do.
How are you?
Well then,
what kind
just,
of place are you live in? So we decided you've been there for a decade.
So I'm in between this point where these werebugs or whatever they were
kind of wiped out from this area.
They were kind of wiped out from the area. So that means there's a vacuum of wildlife that would kind of come in.
Mm-hmm. Ruins of different stuff.
Yeah. So maybe monsters are starting to come back there. Mm-hmm. Insectoids, I would think, large beasts. Maybe not anything to the point of specters or hybrids. Maybe hybrids.
Yeah.
Maybe a dragon comes in. I don't know. But I would think after most of the threat would come from people, right?
Right.
Or from humanoids.
Yeah, or wild animals.
Or beasts, yeah.
Yeah. So I think you were in here, do you have a house? Are you living in a cave or?
I probably found I probably found some hunter's cabin where a guy had died or something. And abandoned. I just abandoned hunting lodge or whatever. Nothing real big. Maybe it's just got 4 walls, a roof in one room.
Yeah.
that I was able to put a bed in. You know, it's probably decent size. I would imagine it's like the size of this front room, right? Just got enough room for me to put maybe a table with a chair, a bed, and then out back I have like a shed with some skinning racks. You know, nothing.
Yeah. You mostly hunt for food.
Yeah, I mostly hunt for. There's like a little spot maybe where I'm growing like onions and potatoes.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Like you have a small attempt at farming.
Yeah, like just a little area for farming and growing. I think most everything would be hunting and foraging, and then I skin. Right. And maybe
keep warm.
Yeah. Like I have a place that's got like, it's like a deer. It's like an oversized deer blind that has like a chimney and like a bed that I made. Right. That's got like maybe a bunch of I have a bunch of pelts and straw. Like every 10 years I go into town to get more straw to refill my bedding. You know, it's very, very, very nondescript, and it's easy if you're walking through the woods, you can easily walk right by it.
Not that there are many people that would.
Yeah, not that there are many people that would.
But it's like you're over these years you're fixing up your house, hunting, gardening, kind of keeping to yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Just minding myself. So, I mean, with that, do you want to just roll on like, we'll just do the D10s, right?
Was it? No, that was like your first decade. So basically, like every time, after these rolls, we'll refine more.
Okay. So we do a roll again, D100 roll.
Yeah.
And we get an 18, which puts us into a D10 roll.
No, well, it makes you have to roll the danger table.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Right. I go to 245, and then we roll. Yeah, it's a D10 though. Right? The danger is a D10. Yeah. All right, so now we roll a D10.
Yeah.
And I get a 3, which is an event.
All right.
So now I roll another D10, which is a 5A table, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's events and wounds. It's events and wounds.
Okay.
So I roll. I do not want to get a D10. I do not want to roll a 10 on this roll.
All right, we'll see what you got.
I got a 6, which is I've been betrayed. A friend or lover has betrayed me.
Oh, let's see.
And then I have to roll another D10 on that to figure out if I was blackmailed, if a secret was exposed, or if I was attacked.
Okay, go ahead. We'll have to figure out what this means.
I was blackmailed. No. Sorry, a secret was exposed.
Okay, yeah.
My secret. Maybe now they know that I'm a witcher.
They know that you're a witcher, and they know that you sided with...
That I sided with the squirrels.
And the people here are mining here are...
they do not like that.
Definitely siding with humans.
Yes, they do not like that.
Caregivers. Yeah.
This makes D&D look straightforward to set up. No, it's like, so if I would have rolled a 4 or 5 or a 6, that D10 roll, that 7, I would have gotten a huge scar from something.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I would have gotten a wheeze. But because I rolled a event.
Okay, events, wounds. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a different table. Okay,
yeah, that's a different table.
So during the second, you've been living there for a decade. They've been mining there for a bit, and they've learned since then that you are.
That I am a squirrel.
Not only
lover,
are you a witcher, but you're a witcher that's sided with
the squirrels. Yeah.
The elder folk.
Yeah, the normal people refer to them as squirrels in a derogatory fashion.
Yeah.
Where I probably would refer to them as the scoitiel.
Yeah.
And not as a squirrel. because I made friends with him, right? Like what I did was I had made a friend who was killed in a war or something.
Yeah. Like we could
right?
make
the
reason why this is
not
as straightforward. We could probably do this like quicker and throw a game together.
Oh, for sure.
We're taking our time.
We're trying to develop a story, right?
Yeah. And the world that we'll be playing in.
I want to say like I made a friend who then was.
Oh, so you made a friend?
Well, no, this was from earlier. My first roles, my first set of decades, right? One of my 30 years, I had made.
Oh, yeah, first did it?
When we first did, I made a friend who was.
It was like a soldier or something, right?
I want to say it was a male.
Yeah.
Who.
I thought like it didn't give.
They're
like,
dead. They're dead. Yeah. I rolled between a 1 and a 30%, and they died. And then I rolled a 1 to 10 to see how many decades later they died. And then I have to roll to see how they died. They were a casualty of war like 10 years after I met him.
Yeah. And I imagine that
he had saved me from something.
Hell.
He was a bounty hunter. He was a Scodial bounty hunter who saved me.
Yeah.
Right? That's how we figured it out. He was a Scodial bounty hunter that saved me. And that's why I sided with him. Because I had like a almost like a right of surprise with them, right?
Almost, yeah.
Almost. So that would have been, that was like my first year of being a Witcher, like my first decade, like after my 29th year. So it would have been like between 30 and 40 years old is when that happened. And then he died when I was like 50.
Yeah.
Which is what caused me to go across the mountains and give up the life of witchering. I didn't want to be a witcher anymore.
You didn't want to be the con anymore.
Yeah, I wanted to be away from all that stuff, which was weird because, I don't feel things like normal people. Yeah. So then with my first decade living in the Dragon Mountains, it was very nondescript. I found a place. I carved myself a little area to hunt and live peacefully away from society and all of the politicking and all of the bickering and the wars that Nilfgaard and the North have engaged in for hundreds of years. That would have been between 60 and 70 years old. Between 70 and 80 years of age, the people from Hengfors, right, as they started
mining settlements.
And their mining settlements, as they started to get rid of the werebubs and completely decimate that and get rid of them, they started moving into areas which kind of made a contentious relationship with us. I wasn't angry with them, but some of them got to know me, and then they figured out that I was a witcher maybe in the first couple of years, and then
seeing that they like meeting you, like, oh, they figure out you're a witcher pretty quickly.
And then
the armor
I'm
that you're wearing.
The squirrel armor, but I'm very tight-lipped about it, right? Yeah. I'm very, very tight-lipped about it. Yeah, werebubs. And then maybe one day I got a little too loose by drinking, and they were around campfire. Somehow they found out that I didn't just steal it and modify the armor, that I actually had a friend. I made friends with the Scodial, and they made this armor for me. And that was the secret that was exposed. Yep.
And it was like...
And that was in my 70th to 80th
It might have
year.
been even just as simple as like they accused you and you didn't deny it.
And I didn't deny it, yeah. Something really, really simple could happen. And I just didn't deny it.
And now you're like just traveling nearby there.
It could be potentially dangerous. So does that put me up into non-neutral 50% then?
If you think so, yeah.
I think it would.
Right. It's non-neutral.
It's
like
not
there's
risky.
Potentially interactions with like people that you didn't want.
All right, that's fair.
Like you're trying to be.
I'm trying to mind my business. I'm trying to mind my business. But
but they keep expanding,
and that's not good. You don't go into a hibernating bear's cave and expect them to be okay with you pooping in there.
Right.
Right.
So now when you get near each other, it's a bit.
It's 50-50. It could go one or two ways, right?
So did you roll your D10 for on the first one? It's like the benefit ally or hunt.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, because you do both. Yeah.
I do both, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So then we roll the D10 for that, and I got a 5, which is a hunt.
Okay. Ooh, so a monster showed up.
So a monster showed up. And now I got to roll a D10. A D10. Yeah. What was it? A D10. What was it? Oh, it was a necrophage.
Okay. Oh, geez.
It was a necrophage.
So we don't roll in the location.
Do you want to pick out Do you want to pick out a necrophage that I fought?
Yeah, let's see if I can find a necrophage.
With the journal.
Be in the core, right?
It's in the journal. I mean, there's one or two in the core book, but there's there's like 5 necrophages listed in the journal.
All right, let's see. Oh, let me see if I can find something that would be appropriate
for like a forest,
we're
right?
Gonna say
or in the mountains.
I'm gonna say it's it's either in the mountains or
forest, mountains, or it could be in a town.
Oh yeah, roll a D10 and see what you get and see if it makes sense.
And see if it makes sense. All right. A 4 is a coast.
Oh, so.
I mean.
I know.
I'm technically near a coast, but let's re-roll again. And I got a 4 again. All right, one more time. I got 3 4s in a row.
Do we want to say it's by the river?
There we go. We got a 3.
Okay. Oh, there's
which was an abandoned building.
We call it an abandoned mine site.
Abandoned mine site. Yeah. What do they call them? Like an abandoned refining spot, right?
Let's see what we got here. Oh, we don't want
that. And I was paid to do it, right?
Were you paid to do it?
Well, I mean, I was contracted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh, so I choose a monster within that prey subcategory, and I learn all about that monster, and I get +2 to any related Witcher training checks about that specific monster. So you have to choose a necrophage, and then that necrophage, I learned all I could about it, and now anytime I have a monster lore roll against that particular necrophage, I get a +2.
Let's see.
So I'm going to roll the D10, and it'll depend on whether or not I was contracted or.
Okay. You determine that. I don't think I could use.
Yes, Marcus. Today is just a session 0. We might get into a combat. I'm hoping to get into some kind of combat. We could play this combat out.
We could try.
We could try if you wanted to.
Let's see if I can find a necrophage that's like I could want to do though.
So it was a surprisingly easy fight, which is exactly how my first hunt went.
Yeah.
I learned everything I could about this particular necrophage, and luck was on my side, and it was a super, super easy fight.
Is that a necrophage? What's a necrophage symbol? I like how it's organized. And, that's one. Oh, yeah. We'll probably leave that then. It would probably be just that. Let's see. Where's his name? Probably we'll say a drowner, right? So by the river.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're just going with the regular book then.
Yeah, the ones in the Bulvor sounds like it might be a bit too much, which is this giant like minotaur with multiple arms thing. The other one's like in fog.
You see that he doesn't think
around magic.
He doesn't think I can handle it. That's what it is. You see that, guys?
Yeah.
He's already. No,
unless you want to try it.
No, I'm just playing. I'm totally playing.
Well, this one is just like it just looks like, oh man, that's rough. I don't think. I think like armies would be showing up.
Yeah, oh for
the
sure.
area that was there, and this other one I thought it might be okay. Like
no, this drowner is perfect. A drowner is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, so like maybe we could have like do a bit of a story. Like
it was an easy fight. Did I? Yeah. Was I just walking and doing a hunt?
Yeah, it was like pretty obvious. No.
Or was I contracted out? Did I get contracted?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. We could have.
Wait, because I still have to roll if there was a twist or not. Hang on.
Oh, yeah,
We're not done with this hunt yet.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so I rolled a 7, so there was no twist. It was a straight up drowner. And then it was really easy to fight. So
yeah. So I say like you probably had some necrophage oil.
Yeah.
Get some fire.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I knew my Igni sign. Like maybe I laid a trap for it. Right.
Let's see. Yeah.
And then I got it into a spot, lit the stuff on fire, and just watched it. Climbed up on a rock and watched it burn.
There were only like a couple of them. I'm trying to think of like how they were made.
Doesn't it say?
They're creatures from another plane that came to this realm during some sort of
the conjunction or whatever it was called. I think that's what it's called, the conjunction.
Yeah. All right, so they're trying to take back a refinery.
Drowners are actually not resurrected evildoers. Most people think they are, but thanks to folk stories and popular books on the subject of monsters. Drowners, like all necrophage, are creatures from another plane that came into this realm during the conjunction of the spheres many centuries ago. They don't have any ecological niche here. They've become a plague upon the land. They prefer coastline, rivers, and marshy areas. They're amphibious and spend most of their time in water. When they do come out, it is usually to follow their stomachs.
Yeah.
A large group of drowners can be hellish to deal with. They overwhelm a single person by attacking in force. They're immune to poison. They are also staggeringly dumb. The few studies of drowners agree that they are about as intelligent as a predatory fish. They act completely on instinct, cannot in any way be reasoned with, and are even immune to spells that would mentally or emotionally affect them. This doesn't mean that they never formulate plans more complex than attack, and they can be distracted by sufficiently shiny things as long as they haven't tasted blood. They're highly susceptible to fire. It's your best weapon. Being tremendously dumb, a drowner will continue to fight while on fire and will not try to put itself out until almost dead. The loot from it is drowner brains, drowner tongue, and 1d6 of 2 essence of water, and their bounty is usually 10 crowns.
Let's see.
They organize in groups of 3 to 6. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Was
like
that something that interests you?
I
think they might have like offered you. They probably like we'll give you like 5 crowns or something like that. I think they wanted like there's somebody put in charge like to getting rid of it, and they thought, well, there's a wizard nearby, I can just hire him to take care of it, and then save time rather than like having to get soldiers, because the workers don't want to be around. Like probably maybe somebody was killed by the gang of
drowners, right? Yeah.
So like, I'll take care of this quick. Go over, offers you 5 crowns. Thinking you like poor and like, 5 crowns must be a fortune to you. But is there something that you would have wanted from him? Like, we'll say that this person isn't entirely aware of like your relationship. Like he was come in, he's fairly new. He was probably warned, don't go to that guy, whatever.
I would have needed some
but
kind
he's in charge of re-establishing some.
I think I would have wanted some kind of like, maybe try to. I've just described the Star Citizen forum community. Yeah, right, Thule? Man, just a quick aside. I really like my Cutlass Black. It's awesome. And I think I think I put the right weapons in the right spot. So I have I think I have Panthers now. On non-gimbaled Panthers on the front, 4 of them. So I think I'll be all right there. But as far as like, maybe I would have bartered for some like some like basic crafting and or alchemy items, right? Like to make my decoctions and my potions and my oils and whatnot. Hey, Uario, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Uario. Did you like try and get the equipment from him, or did you want to get like crowns so that you could buy your own?
Yes, the answer would be yes to that. If he could get me the equipment, good. If not, I would like the crowns to be able to get to purchase the equipment.
Do you want to try doing a roll?
Yeah, let's do a social combat. Oh, let's do a social combat. Yeah,
all right,
let's do it. All right, let's do it.
Initiation. All right, let me find.
Here we go. Social combats, because my social combat skills are fantastically bad.
Here, I got this one. Let's see. I could probably find a merchant. Or was he an artisan? No, he's a laborer.
My stuff, my charisma-based skills, not exactly the bee's knees. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Right? Because I think it's off of. Let's see. We go to skills here. Skills and modifier. It's off of empathy, scholar. Right? It's off of empathy.
Yeah.
Seduction, persuading, leadership, human, grooming, gambling, deceit, charisma. And because I'm a witcher, I believe I have penalties to this.
You have like a maximum of...
I have a maximum, but in matters of dealing with people, I think...
Oh, we better resolve that.
When in hustle, penalties. No, okay, apparently I have a maximum stat, right? Like, here we go. Hang on. Let's see here. Let's see. Empathy. No. I could have sworn I read somewhere that Witchers, because of the stuff that they went through, had
a penalty in certain situations. It would be in like the Witcher thing, right?
Yeah. It wasn't in their profession. Class. It wasn't in their profession spot. I looked there, right? Like,
it's gear.
So, Witcher. Most of Witchers, that's Witcher training. Vigor. I thought it would be in...
Okay, yeah, so it's just going to be a D10 plus... Probably is empathy.
Here we go. It's got to be in here somewhere. I could have sworn that I can't have an empathy over what I currently have it at, which is 3.
Yeah, I know though. I think the maximum is 6, but you
at this cap. But there's like Witchers can't have an empathy score over something. I just don't remember where it says that.
Okay. Let's see. It's got to be under like.
Is it under my race? It's got to be under my race, right?
Yeah, race, right?
Right, race Witcher. But where's okay? I don't know how this. Humans, Witchers. Here we go. A Witcher cannot raise their empathy stat above 6.
Okay. So here we go.
Oh no, here we go. Thanks to trauma mutation, Witcher's emotions are dulled. Witchers do not have to make courage checks against intimidation, but they have a -4 to their empathy stat. This cannot bring empathy below 1. So actually, my empathy
they can
stat
have a max of 6 and
a minimum of 1.
Yeah. So I think 3 is where you're at, where we ended up.
Yeah. I gain a permanent +1 to reflex and dex. I get
I think you have in there.
+1 to awareness. I don't have it in the dex and the reflex, so my actual reflex and dex are a little higher.
Okay. So you can't raise your you can't raise, but you have a -4 and you can't raise it above 6.
Yes.
So potentially you could start it at 6 if you got a 10.
If I got a 10, but I think I rolled a 7.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I just typed it in as a 3 instead of the bonus part.
All right, let's see.
And that's probably actually what I did with the reflex and the defense too. So
yeah.
whatevs.
I'm pretty sure it's all accurate.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so that's it. I just have that empathy score. Okay. My empathy currently is a 3, which is not going to bode well in social combats. Now there is like a social combat resolution, right? Like I don't know. Like there's a it's actually called like social combat, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out where that might be. In-depth combat?
Maybe?
No, that's just different kinds of things.
Or is it under skills? Is it under like resolving skills?
I was looking under skills. It's just
skill resolution 57.
Posing antagonist difficulty target CC.
Oh, I have to figure my reputation, right?
Yeah. Ooh, we can do that, right? Do we have that? Do you have a reputation?
I currently don't know where that's at on the sheet.
Okay.
So let's try and.
Is there a thing on there that says reputation?
Yep, I have a reputation. It's on under background.
Okay.
Hey, Django, how you doing, buddy? Yep, toss a coin to The Witcher. So I don't have a reputation score. But I mean, I do. I should have one.
So maybe like 2 only, right?
Well, I don't know where is that derived stats? No.
Our reputation table is on 61. 61.
Yeah, right there. 60 on mine. 60.
Okay. So first
a reputation is always established by a character's action as awarded to the player. So my reputation is... So I have to roll a d10?
Roll a d10 plus your will plus your reputation level.
I don't know what my starting reputation level is. Is that under Witcher?
I was thinking it should be around 2 for where you're at.
It's probably... I know they have...
It's either 1 or 2, I think, from where you're at. Or not.
Yeah,
sounds right. Okay. I'm just trying to see what your roll versus.
Rounding skills. How well you are known for your action, both famous and infamous. Reputation always established by a character's action is awarded to the player by the GM. Whenever a character encounters new people in new situation, reputation influences how they react. Every new person you meet rolls a d10. If they roll equal to or lower than my reputation, they have heard about me and react to what they have heard. It's important to remember it can be bad or good. You can gain a world-class name, blah, blah, blah. In the world of The Witcher, it can often get you into trouble. It can also help you get out when trying to influence somebody. You can choose to try to face them down. If they know about your reputation, make a face-down roll, posing them. And then we both roll 1d10 plus will plus rep level. If you succeed, the person you are facing is aware of my reputation and can't help but think of it in the back of their mind. If your reputation is positive, then I gain a +3 to influencing skills that are relating to my reputation. So that roll there is my reputation.
Yeah, so
I'm a level 2 reputation.
Yeah, so he's heard of you. and has heard some stories about you.
Okay. He's heard some stories about me. Now do we do a face-off?
Okay. Well, that's if you're using your reputation to get something on. If you want to try and do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we're in negotiation phase, right?
Okay.
Like he's
so
like,
you're
hey,
doing like,
I need you to clear these drowners out, and he's like, I want to offer you
like
5, and I'm like,
I'm the Witcher, and he's like, I'm the guy in charge of this, and so we're repping versus each other to see whose reputation is more.
Did he come in with an offer of 5?
Yeah.
Crowns, and like this is where the face off is going to come. He's like I look at him, I'm like, I'm a Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
I know the going rate for these jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You have insulted me with a 5.
And he's like, I am educated in such and such school, hired by the nobles of, like you are somebody working at like you'll.
Right.
What have you done really to deserve the more?
So this is where we do the face down thing, right?
Yeah. So it's their will plus your reputation.
It's 1d10 plus will plus reputation. So my will is actually okay. My will is okay. So I'm actually getting a +8 to this roll.
He's got also a +8.
Oh, this is going to be
his will plus his reputation.
This is going to be a fairly good roll.
Yeah. Decent. Right. Let's have you go first.
So I roll and I get an 18.
Oh, geez.
It's the highest possible I could get.
You explode, right?
Oh my God, I explode.
Yeah.
He almost exploded.
You got really close, except you explode. So roll another d10, right?
So I get another d10, right?
Yep.
Which explodes.
Oh, so you explodes again.
Right. So I roll it again.
Yeah.
And I get a 3. So that's
okay.
That's 13 on top of the 18 that I rolled for a 31 total.
Yeah. Jeez. All right. So you're trying to throw each other's reputations around,
right?
And
then I start talking about like
he hasn't heard about the different things that you've done, and then you start talking about the things that you've done. So what I'm going to say from this is that after this, at least, your reputation is going to be up to 3.
Okay, so my reputation has increased now.
Yeah, now that you've thrown your reputation around.
I've thrown some stories out.
Yeah. So those stories are now going to spread once again. Okay, so you get a +3 now in your negotiation.
In my negotiation, which is going to help out because my skills in negotiation are bad. Because it's based off of empathy, I'm assuming, right? It's based off of empathy.
Because you have your different skills are underneath your.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like charisma, deceit, human leadership, persuasion. So I'm assuming it's going to be under persuasion stuff.
So that or will, I guess.
Courage, intimidation. I could use intimidation.
So if I'll let you say like. So what you're gonna do is like so the ball's in your court now. So I'll let you like come back at him, and then he's gonna try and defend against it. Is how I'm interpreting how this is gonna go. All right.
So I see the look that he is like, oh, I'm not just some run-of-the-mill woodsman who's claiming to this is the real deal, and I recognize that in his eyes.
Yeah. You're not a Witcher that has fallen out of. You've chosen to be here. You haven't lost face.
Like I know that he knows that I know he knows.
Yeah, basically. So you give me decide what you're coming back at him, so you can intimidate him if you want to.
No, I don't think at this point I'm going to intimidate. Mm-hmm. I recognize that he recognizes. Okay. So I get the +3, which gives me a flat 6 now. To my empathy stuff. Yeah. Where I'd have a 9. So I'm going to negotiate. I'm going to persuade him, I think.
Okay. And so you get a +9.
I get +6.
+6?
Yeah. 3.
Oh yeah, 3
and then
plus
+6. Yep.
+6.
So we're going to go +6. But rough. I want to look. There's gear stuff, right? There's like,
yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what I would need out here. I feel like I need,
Like you could just have him go up to 10 crowns, and then you'll be able to do some shopping.
Yeah, but I want to figure out
how much you need,
what the gear stuff is, right? Like,
oh yeah, particularly if you wanted a thing, you could ask for like more in terms of stuff.
Yeah.
Good for you. Like, he is not really the best at negotiating.
Right, yeah.
Like, if you were coming at him intimidating, he could probably be better at resisting that than you are. Just the fact that you're coming at him just being reasonable is actually catching him off guard.
Okay. I need to start building to get an alchemy set.
Okay.
Which I don't believe I'm going to be able to get out of him outright because it's an 80 crown set. So I am definitely going to be like, I'm going to say, all right, 10 crowns if there's 3, 20 crowns if there's 6. Anything in between the 3 and 6, I'll just take 10.
Okay.
And then do I roll my persuade?
Yeah, roll your persuasion, and he's going to roll his
empathy.
Really is empathy back at you.
3, right? Like, so I roll a +3. And I explode twice on that.
And you're just blowing up on this guy. Here, this is what he gets.
It rolled. So I got a 35 on my persuasion.
Yeah. It just he's like, you're coming at him being rational and like asking for things that are reasonable that he could get you, and like he's like
take him completely off guard.
These are things that he probably has, like in the refinery, right? So he's just gonna give you some of their supplies that they have in order to help you build your own alchemy. He's like, sure, fine, that sounds good.
Sweet.
So instead of getting coin, you're getting.
I'm gonna get like 20 gold pieces worth of alchemy stuff.
Yeah,
alchemy set. Okay, all right, that's fair. I like that negotiation.
Easy for him to get. And you're like coming in, and the fact that you're like being very reasonable and rational, and he's got no defense against it, really.
All right, I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Being a Witcher is paying off so far.
Wow, rolling crits. Witcher's much nicer to you than Dungeons & Dragons, man.
It is. I am liking this system. I might never play another system again. I'm telling you.
You double.
I double critted twice.
Yeah, geez. All right. There you go. Well, starting off good.
All right, starting off real good. So, I mean, then I go and I do the hunt. It's super easy.
Yep.
It's a super easy hunt. I come back. I'm like, there's your drowners.
Yep.
I would like to keep, like if there's brains and like the substances that I can require from. Yeah. Okay. So how many were there?
There were only 3.
Okay. So I get 10 gold pieces worth of alchemy stuff. And then, per drowner, I don't know how the loot goes, right? Like each one has a potential to give me a brain, potential to give me a tongue, and then a D6 divided by 2, I think, water essence.
Let's see. Okay, so their difficulty is, what does it say? Their challenge rating. Doesn't it? Challenge rating 10. So you need to hit. So for the brains, do you just do? Hey, wow, man,
just
your
roll my
training
skill.
Your Witcher training is 6, right?
Yeah.
And you have your intelligence in.
My intelligence is a 6 as well.
Yeah, so you're gonna hit the DCs on collecting from these things pretty easily.
Okay.
So let me get. Okay.
I crit.
Okay. All right. So
only
you
once
you get 3
only
brains.
Once this time.
You get 3 brains, 3 tongues, and let's see, 9 water essences.
Okay.
So you basically
Is there like a notes section for me to write?
Well, hopefully.
because I don't want to keep that all.
And on your gear?
Oh, here's notes, right? I got notes right here.
Yeah, better.
All right, so I'm just going to put right here. I have 3 drowner brains.
Yep. 3 tongues.
3 drowner tongues. And 9 essence of water.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, like, it doesn't say here what those alchemy, like, components are.
Yeah, it's in the book somewhere.
It's in the alchemy area.
It's in the alchemy section.
It should be.
Is there a place for me to keep wealth?
On the sheet?
Yeah.
Wow. I feels like that there's something that should be. I figure it should be in gear and inventory.
Right? Currency. There it is, right there.
Yeah, currency. Yeah.
All right. So I have. Currently, I have. I don't know how many crowns I have. But then I'll add.
Did you start with any?
I don't know. I didn't check how that starting wealth works.
Okay, here. Give me. Let's say you don't have any.
Okay.
You've been out of civilization.
Okay.
For decades.
I have alchemy set partial is what I'm going to call it.
Yeah. So it'll give you with a check penalty if you wanted to use it.
Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, that was the event that happened in my second decade out in the woods.
Yeah.
Right. But now I think because of the way that went down, that my danger level has gone up because I have now interacted with people and monsters, and my reputation has gone up a little. So now we're back to
the scholar that you interacted then has since moved on. So like you're operating on rumor again. There's nobody really to vouch for you, but it's just like, oh, there's that Witcher that one time that helped us out.
Right.
That one time.
All right. So I'm at like a 50-50. When I come into places with people, it could go one of either ways. So we roll a D100, and I got a 62, which is over the 50%.
So you don't run on the.
So I don't roll on the danger chart. And my third decade is kind of just like my first decade.
But you still roll on the outcome table.
Yeah, I still roll on the outcome table. But now there's less likely of something to happen.
Yeah.
I got a 3, which is an ally.
Yeah. Okay.
So in my third one, I roll a D10. And it's a mage that I met in a tavern.
All right.
So and we're friends. Like I've made an actual friend who's a mage.
Oh, geez. All right.
Now I roll a D100 to see if they're alive.
Okay.
Or if they're dead. They are alive.
Okay. Ooh. All right.
I met a male mage in a tavern, probably in Hornsfen.
Yeah.
When I went in for my decadely trip, I met a mage. And
every so often you're like, you got this, you get a craving.
Yeah, so you mark that down and you make an NPC mage that is my friend.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say that it is an elf.
An elven mage. Ooh.
A male elven mage.
In a tavern.
Yep.
Whoa.
And he's like, he sees you and like, he's sitting alone.
We recognize, I think I walk in, I see him sitting alone. I go to a different table, not like 2 tables over, and we every so often we're kind of like make eye contact and nod, and then eventually we move to the table that's in the middle of us.
Right. No, it's like more like you would never instigate.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So the elf comes over.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Smiling,
that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he's mage educated, understands that you're a witcher, and is initially it's professional curiosity.
Yeah.
Right? On witchers, and then it becomes about I don't know. You just
we bond over a meal, maybe some drink, and then throughout that next decade,
he pays for.
Yeah, he pays for. I recognize it, and then throughout the decade, we build a friendship.
Yeah.
Right. And we're actually like he's actually a friend, not an acquaintance, not someone I finally have been able to find another being that I trust.
Right. But it's not like you're not ended your hermit, your solitude.
Yeah, no.
He like gives you lots of you see him once a year, basically. Or maybe twice.
Once, twice a year, maybe.
Because he doesn't stay around there.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right, that's my third decade.
Yeah.
Now my fourth decade before my death, or maybe possibly leading to my death.
I think it's still
non-neutral. Or do you want to go risky at this point?
I think it's still risky. You haven't repaired the relationship.
So we go from non-neutral to risky.
Was it? What am I looking at?
Which is a 75% difficulty danger.
Oh yeah, no, we're still in
non-neutral. Okay, non-neutral.
Still non-neutral. Yeah. You're still like, how are people going to react?
And again, I don't roll on the danger table.
Okay, good.
But I do roll on the outcome table. Yep. And I get another ally.
Okay.
I don't like building friends, man.
Yeah, it feels weird.
You want to not do that one?
Yeah.
Let's re-roll that one.
We'll roll again, and then we'll see how it goes. 10.
Nothing.
Okay. Nothing.
I don't like that. I don't like that one either. All right,
so
here's
I
what
think, here. This kind of like fits in kind of with because this is the end of your life.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't so it means it wasn't some monster. It wasn't you didn't go on a hunt and it didn't go bad. I'm trying to think as if there's like a thing in the allies where it could it could end up being an enemy. So, but
well, that would be like under events, right?
Yeah.
Like under events, I could have been betrayed.
Yeah. But it was
or falsely accused by something.
Yeah.
Imprisoned.
Yeah.
A friend or lover was killed.
So it wasn't.
So maybe my elven friend in my 40th decade, right? In my fourth decade, out in the wilderness, was either killed by a monster, they were executed, they were murdered, or they were poisoned.
I think it's like the thing I'm thinking what most likely might have happened. Like you're like last second you made this friend, right? And you're like feeling that there's like you're feeling maybe like you're gonna get drawn back into you had this one hunt decades ago. You met this friend who you now meet on a like more
semi-regular basis.
And like he travels around, he comes back with stories of different places, and you feel like eventually it's like you're gonna get drawn back into be a Witcher. I mean, you're only 100 years old. You got probably another century.
I was manipulated into breaking my neutrality. I decide how it happens, but anyone who knows my reputations knows I'm not neutral. I can be falsely accused. I like that. I like tying it into him, but please don't make him be a betrayer of me.
No. Well, I was thinking more like
something has to happen to him.
Hurt. Like
something
you got
has
hurt. Maybe something like you just tripped and fell and broke your leg, and you're just so far from a place that you couldn't get help.
No.
If it could be that, no, not that mundane,
no.
Not that like accidental.
No. Like
Okay.
Well, like from what you've been telling me is like, I'm going to die, right?
Yeah.
And someone's going to bring me back. Let's tie it into that elf.
Okay. Tie it.
Like,
yeah,
so,
that's like,
so like something he did, maybe he disappeared, maybe he's still alive, maybe he did something, but because people know that we are friendly, like I was ambushed.
Oh yeah. Oh well, like
right? They were like, "Oh, hey, there's a monster. We need you to go kill this monster." And I go and kill this monster, and it's actually a trap for my death, and I fail to get out of that situation.
I mean, or you could have been like meeting him for drinks. Like you were going to, you were going to meet him for drinks. You got the message that he was going to be coming there. You went to town. He was supposed to, from what you were supposed to come into town.
Yeah.
You started up your tab as you usually do, and like you realized that they poisoned you.
Yeah. Well,
like you were like resistant to most stuff though, right?
Yeah, I think I actually it's
so it would have to be something like, because that one scholar that was hired you so long ago or something like that.
Yeah, let me see here.
They put the
so no, hang on. All right, so actually I'm not immune to poisons. So I can be poisoned. I'm immune to disease.
Okay.
And I'm able to use mutagens, but I could very well have been poisoned.
Right.
They poisoned me to death. They killed me.
The people of the town, they're like, and there's like, I wonder if we want to do that.
I need to use the washroom. I'll be right back.
Me too, actually.
Oh, good. So yeah, we'll be right back.
Let's put a short break. Okay, let's see. I'm going to mute myself. All right, I'm back. Let's see. I think what we're gonna have. Oh, I got it. I don't know. Well, I got a different bunch of ideas.
And they're all good.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a really fun game to play. I don't even look at it as a game anymore. It's like we're going to tell this cool story.
Yeah. I like the idea of you not entirely understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you realize you've gone to town, you've been drinking, and then you realize that you've been poisoned.
It was a setup, right?
Yeah, but by who? And you're like scanning around, and you're like, you become too comfortable. You're like, I
became lazy, right? Like,
yeah, if you were on guard, if you were like looking out, you probably would have saw these people. They all knew something was in your drink.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know if, like, knowing that you've been poisoned, do you try and do something? What do you do with your final moments? Nobody's like they're all armed, but they haven't like drawn their weapons.
I think I would try. Like, was I served by a serving wench, or was it the barkeep?
The barkeep.
I would try to make my way to him to get a name. I would try to make my way to him. And if I need to cut people down, I'm going to cut people down. Because at this point, it's life or death. I need to know what poison so I can get the antidote. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm dead.
All right, yeah. Well, you want to roll? Yeah, roll like an intimidate. I guess intimidate is like your best thing. Versus you go up to the bartender, you grab him.
Yeah.
And you're like, who did this? Who paid you to do this?
Who did this? What is this?
Yeah, let me look at what he has. All right, he's got a +10.
Do we do the reputation thing?
Let's see, not for this part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a modification?
Let's see. Yeah, I would say no. Because you're intimidating, yeah. If you're trying to be subtle.
Well, I didn't know if because of my reputation, they're less likely to talk to me. Mm-hmm. You know, that kind of deal.
Yeah. No modification for
this. They know I'm poisoned, so they just gotta wait till it fully takes me.
Yeah. Well, you're trying to intimidate because like you could maybe do some damage to them
okay.
before.
All right. So there's my intimidation, which is a 15. He is not intimidated.
All right, yeah.
When I don't know how much, time I have.
Yeah. It's like as you're like getting to him and you're like grabbing onto him, like you feel like your strength leaving your body and you're like trying to get a name, like who did this, why?
Yeah.
And he's like, let's see. What does he say? Because I don't want to leave you. Like he doesn't give you what you want, but he'll give you something.
Well, I'm going to give him what he doesn't want as I die.
Yeah. All right.
And that's a swipe with my sword.
Okay. go ahead. Let's see. Let me try and figure out what he tells you. Ooh. I'm trying to think of something. Let's see. I'm trying to think.
I have to try and come up. I'm going to try and come up with my Witcher voice too. Try and come up with a Witcher voice.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Maybe yeah. Maybe it's like something that's like, oh, maybe like, all the society with the elves. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
yeah. Like you're getting that, like he was definitely like put up to this by somebody, but like his feelings about elves are basically why he complied.
Why? Yeah, he's like, yeah, them dirty, stinking elves.
All right, so then you whip out your sword.
Yeah, in my last moment, I'm gonna try and take his life with mine.
I'm gonna give you, what's it?
I'm gonna do a strong strike.
Because you're poisoned.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a strong strike.
I'll say we're only at a -2 right now.
Okay. No extra action.
Are you going to do a call shot? Do
you
go to his head?
I mean, depends on how much this poison is taken with me.
Yeah, well, right now you're only at a -2. It's like you.
Oh shoot! I haven't been seeing. Yeah, thanks. That's okay. Thank you, Maku. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh.
Now it's set to the right spot. I appreciate it, buddy. Hey, how was your trip to Six Flags yesterday? This is my temporary overlay thing until we get until I get my regular one. I can't even see. Why did it resize like that? Why didn't it actually pull into the thing? I did. I clicked on him twice. I clicked on him.
Click on him.
Thank you, Maku's the best. I think it worked that time, right? Maku's the best. He got it. All right. Yeah. This was all the things he was telling me I needed to do. This is all the things he told me I needed to do.
Okay.
All right. So I think I would try to hit him in the head, but if I'm like just about dead, it's just going to be completely random. Completely random.
With a call ahead would be like a -6 on top of a -3 on top of a -2. So if you do a quick strike, it's just going to be a -2.
I'm doing a strong strike.
A strong strike. So
because a fast strike gives me two shots. So I'm just doing a strong strike, which is -3 plus a -2 from being poisoned. Okay. And we'll throw that -2 in there. And here we go. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
16. I rolled a 16 to hit him.
Yeah, so he gets to try and evade in some way. I'm trying to think.
Does he though?
Like it's.
Does he though? Is he trained in parry?
No. So it's not going to be. It's only like a 4.
Just kidding.
He's only.
I don't know what the defense rolls are. Because I'm looking under all my skills, and I don't have skills for parrying, and I don't have. I don't know.
Let me look at his skill. What does he have? Like, if he could block, if he had a weapon to block with, but he doesn't. So I'm thinking it's under reflex dodge. Basically, he's trying to dodge. I think. If that's.
Oh yeah, dodge escape, right? Dodge escape. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, let me take one of these guys with me.
All right. So he's only got like a +4. Oh, so he crit fails. So
he explodes downwards.
So negative.
All right, so then I roll my damage, but it was a strong strike.
Yeah.
Right? So he's dead. He's dead. No, strong strike is triple.
Oh yeah, no.
Right. Headshot is triple. Did
so
it say where I hit
with
him?
a strong strike, it's 5 times.
Did it say where I hit him? I have to roll that, strike. Right? No, because it was random, right? So location.
Yeah, roll a D10. If you get a 10 on this one, it's head.
I have to roll a D10. We'll just click that one. I got a 7, which is a leg.
I think it's a torso, right?
Oh, is it torso? I don't know. I don't have my chart.
10
open.
is the head, and it goes down.
Okay.
So I could look it up quick.
Yeah, I didn't have it. I didn't have it. Oh wait, is it on my thing? Does it say on my?
Probably.
My gear inventory, the roll? No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Say where it's at.
It doesn't. Oh.
No, it just has the numbers. Oh, is it on your DM screen?
Human head location. Yeah. 7 is leg, right?
Yeah, I thought it was like a leg.
1 is the head. No. That's for. Yeah, 1 is the head.
And it goes.
I thought it was 10
downward.
was the head.
No, I thought it went downward.
All right. So 7 is
so
the
I
leg.
chop his leg off as I fall to the floor, poisoned.
Yeah.
Does he take extra
his
damage?
Leg is gone.
Does he take extra damage to the leg?
Yeah, it's gonna bleed over, right? So you did.
I did 20 on the roll.
Yeah, so you do another 46 plus 2 damage, right? Because it's a heavy strike. And then you do 1 in it is because it's a leg.
Wait, because it's a heavy strike, I roll my damage again?
You get times 2 damage because it's a heavy strike.
Okay, so heavy strike is 40 damage.
Is there a way you could put in a multiplier?
I don't know. I was looking for it. I was looking for it and I couldn't see it anywhere on the sheet, right? Like it says bonus damage, but we have figured out that the bonus damage is like an enhancement. But
so we could just put the multiplier in it. Yeah,
so I mean, if it's 40, so he took 40 damage plus whatever the multiplier to the leg is, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna put all the multiplier on your base damage. So we're gonna multiply the damage you rolled by 2.5.
All right.
So which is going to be
significant, right? It's
50
significant.
Points of damage?
50 points of damage, right?
Yeah. All right. So like he takes his leg is cut off, and then he's gonna bleed out.
Yeah. I mean, his armor can soak it, right?
He has his no armor. So the way I'm imagining it is like your legs down, and like he tries to backing away, but it comes down and catches him and just like cuts his leg off.
Like I almost picture it right. Like I draw my sword
at a angle.
I'm falling as I try to swing at him, and he backs up. Which is 7? 7 is left or right leg?
Let's see. I think it's left, but let me double check. Because I'm not sure it matters most. I think it's left.
All right, so
7 is right leg. Sorry,
it's right leg. So I'm coming from my left shoulder to my right shoulder. As I'm falling down, he sidesteps to his left, exposing his right leg, and I catch him right at like the hip. Like I slice through the hip down, and his whole left leg just.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he falls over and bleeds out.
You fall onto the ground. You can hear him screaming, but you can't. You could like feel the pressure of the blows on your body, but you can't feel them. There's no pain.
I eventually fade into the nether.
Yeah, and it's all in its darkness. All right.
And I have died.
Yes.
As a 100-year-old man. In a tavern in a little town along a river south of the Dragon Mountains. Not how I thought I was going to die.
All right. Your last thoughts. What are your last thoughts about? Because you were there. Was it there?
Is regret, right? Like, yeah, or anger. Like, it's like emotions, right? Like that I don't normally. Because I don't have normal emotions, is like I'm dumb, like I feel bad, like I should have known, I'm just stupid. Well, such is life of a Witcher, I guess. That's why we don't get close to people, and then I just keel over from the poison.
Yeah. It's like, as you were starting to think, like, maybe I should go back and rejoin the world, like,
yeah,
like, nope,
I should have told him to fuck off.
Yeah.
That's like my last thought is a picture of my elf friend who I just made in the last 10 years. And it's like, I should have told him to fuck off. And then I die. Because I'm now blaming him, but not blaming him, right? Because I realized it was a setup, and he didn't send me the note to come and drink with him, and I should have known that. Because it was like at a weird like I only see him like maybe once or twice a year, and it's always around the same points in the year, and this was not that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah. And like you could think back on the letter.
Hey, no. Hey. You. Whoa. No. Got him. He's mad at me because it's dinner time, but it's not dinner time.
Yeah.
So he went and he chewed up another piece of his blanket to bring out here and be like, look what I got.
Let's see.
Knucklehead.
Okay.
We're getting knucklehead. We're getting close to 5 o'clock anyway. So let's do our prologue of this, right? Like,
okay,
so the darkness, I fade into the darkness.
You, at some point, like, you realize that you were not thinking, or maybe you were unconscious. But then you realize that you are. And for a moment you think that you're dreaming. And it feels like maybe it's a long time. Maybe you thought,
so
maybe death is just your dream. Because you remember you died.
Did the potion actually kill me? Or is it one of those like concoctions that bring me that everybody thinks I'm dead, but there's an antidote that counteracts it and I'm not dead? Right.
You know that you're poisoned, but you don't know what you were poisoned by.
But I'm sufficiently convinced that I passed into the next realm.
Yeah. There's like, this is it. I'm dead. You're dead. But then now suddenly, after it feels like maybe that it was a dream. Maybe everything was a dream, and you can't really tell because you can't feel your arms or legs.
Right.
Or you're not sure. Can't tell if you're breathing or not. You're just like in your head.
I was mostly dead.
Yeah. And then like, as like you start getting feeling like your entire body is just numb, like, and you don't have the strength to lift any part of your body, and you're not sure if you're laying down or sitting up or standing, or you feel like you're falling through the earth.
Right. Okay.
And you could feel like your entire body's like on pins and needles.
This is something that I'm very familiar with because it happened on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Very familiar with this. All of this that you're describing happened on Tuesday morning.
And there's a point in it, it's like you can't tell if your eyes are closed or if it's just so dark that there's nothing.
That I just can't see, right?
Oh. And it's like, I want to know, like, the first thing, do you try and open your eyes?
I do.
Or what are you thinking about, or what are you trying to do?
Like,
you're trying to get feeling back.
I'm trying to get like I kind of like shake my head, right? Like, if I'm super, super numb, I'm going to focus on breathing, right? And trying to become aware using my other senses of noises, smells. I'm going to try to open my eyes and see if I can see any kind of creaks of light.
Yeah. Let's start with that, like, your breathing. I want you make a roll of some kind. Let's roll
my Witcher training. Let's roll my Witcher training. No,
you want to roll your Witcher training?
I don't know what like. I mean, there's we have
all
body.
These rolls are mostly to like body might be a thing.
Yeah, right. Like if I look under body, I have endurance.
I can't open up anything.
I have my physique, my endurance. It could be will, right? Like,
which will, yeah.
It could be my will roll.
What's
and anybody out there? Is there anybody that has a suggestion on a roll? I think it would have to be like body or will for sure.
Yeah.
right? Like
I think let's roll a body one because we haven't done that one.
Okay.
Is there a skill related to body?
There's physique and endurance, and those are the only two skills listed under body.
Okay, so let's try. I was looking at their skills and see what they mean because not entirely sure.
Let's do it. Let's look this skill.
Where do we have? Is it your skills?
Yeah. All
right.
Your skills: body, physique, and endurance.
What's the difference between the two?
Let's find out. Endurance, fatigue, or the pain of torture and drugs. At a base 10, you are tough, able to perform forced marches, stand up to the pain of a long barbell. At a base 13, you've hardened your body to the pain of torture and can stand up to amateur interrogators. At a 16, you are mentally strengthened beyond the resolve of most interrogators and can march for days with minimal food and water. At a base 20, is there stamina? Is stamina a stat?
I think so, right?
Or is it one of the derived?
I can't open up a character sheet.
Really?
There we go. There it goes. It's finally. Stamina is under HP.
Oh, and that's like, so that's my threshold, my wound threshold stuff. Like when I cast spells, I have a vigor of 2. So if I can spend a maximum of 2 stamina
if you stand
before I go into my threshold, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it might
like an endurance check.
It looks like it's an endurance check. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll automatically add my body and my endurance. I'm at a 12 base is my thing. All right. So I will roll. Let's roll endurance to concentrate. I have a -2 because of the poison still?
We'll say that
or other. Okay. No. Okay.
It's influencing the DC. Basically.
Okay. All right.
Oh, let's give you DC.
Oh, all I rolled. So you
got
just.
50. Let's see. Okay. I'll always tell you because we have things that are difficult. It has
it's got a chart.
Let's talk about that. I wonder if it's in here. Difficulty checks. So this is what's the challenging. We're gonna say it's challenging. So what you wanted was like an 18,
and I just missed.
So like you're trying to breathe.
I'm trying to breathe, but I'm finding it hard.
You're trying to breathe, and it's making it more difficult. Like you have to bring yourself down, and like you feel like you're choking.
Right.
And like you're trying to like open up your eyes, and you can't. It's like you're trying to move your limbs, and there's like, and then like trying to do that, it's like it feels like you're making it worse.
Okay.
He says there's a voice that says a male voice, educated by the sound of it.
Do I recognize it?
You don't recognize it, but you recognize the accent.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it's from, let's see, I'm trying to think now. Like this is where my familiarity goes in.
Yeah, that's all right.
So it would be in a place that would have a positive relationship with mages.
So like Oxenfurt?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Or
yeah.
Right, that's like Oxenfurt?
Yeah,
what's the Nilfgaardian capital?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I know that Oxenfurt is like where all the educational stuff comes from.
Isn't that where Dandelion was trained to?
That's where he was trained. Yeah, right.
I will say what's the Oxenfurt accent. Like definitely that kind of snootiness to it as well.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Hold on. And you could hear him speak in his footsteps, and something is placed on a table. And there's like a pop sound of like a container being opened.
I think Oxenfurt is in Temeria, right?
It's in Redania.
Redania, yeah.
Yeah.
So either Novigrad or Oxenfurt.
Yeah.
Or
that area.
Yeah, that area. Okay.
He definitely has an accent from that place.
From that place. Okay. So it's a Redanian accent with Oxenfordian dialect.
Yeah. Definitely. It definitely reminds you of person you met there that you didn't like. Basically.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so he opens up a container and there's this scent that whiffs.
Is it lilacs and gooseberries?
No. More like
because if Yennefer's involved, I'm saved. Or not.
More like a chest rub sort of.
Yeah, like a Vicks vapor rub. Okay.
Like a vapor, yeah.
Okay.
And, like vapors are filling your senses and you're finding yourself able to relax and breathe a bit.
Okay.
And let's say so all right. And you're able to like open your eyes, but everything's blurry and you can see him like in the room. And he's like and he waves his hands, but you can't make out any details.
Okay.
But you know he's there, and he waves his hands in front of your face. And like, you try to move your arms, and you realize that you are strapped
shackled
down to the table.
Okay. So I'm starting to. Am I starting to orientate? Like I'm laying on my back, looking up, or am I like on an angle?
You're on an angle in some sort of chair.
Okay.
Looking up at the ceiling. There is no light. You can sense like candle.
Okay.
Starting to like the heat from the candles around.
Okay. I'm kind of picturing like Dragon Age 2.
I'm trying to think.
When they're talking to the dwarf, when they're like interrogating the dwarf at the beginning in like the cutscenes and stuff. And he's trying to talk. He's telling him the story of Hawk.
Oh yeah.
Right, kind of like that, but okay, all right.
Oh yeah, you are strapped down, very weak. You can't really see this. Whatever this thing he released in here is helping you to breathe because you're having trouble controlling your breath.
Okay,
right.
He's got like a humidity. He's got like a humidifier. Man, this is all real close to. This is really close to hope.
All right. He's like.
It's a really.
He says, okay, what's it like? Don't worry. We just started. And he like you feel his hand slap against your chest, but like it's still pins and needles, and you don't have a lot of sensation against
it. Okay.
All right. And then he leaves the room, and with this scent here, you're just trying to regain your strength right now, but you're definitely a prisoner somewhere.
Oh man.
Okay. So that's where.
Oh
start
man. Wow.
Time. Okay.
So I lived all this craziness just to get poisoned by a podunk bartender at the behest of some hoity-toity, snooty Oxenfurt guy. But hey, that bartender is going to think twice about poisoning witchers.
Yeah. We're going to learn how you are at reverse interrogation or something like
he's
that.
Yeah. That's what, like, I'm trying to I'm going to channel my best Scarlett Johansson, right? I got him right where I want him.
Yeah.
He's telling me everything. I'm not telling you everything.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty there's things that you like definitely remember. You definitely remember hitting the bartender and he's bled a lot and he's probably dead unless there was a significantly powerful mage nearby that could heal him.
Yeah.
He definitely was put up to buy somebody.
Yeah, he was definitely I was set up. This was definitely a setup.
But everybody else in the bar knew what was going on.
Yeah, they all knew. Yeah, everybody knew. What I'm really like, I think this is going to be a really fun system to play in.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of the fact that, I'm double critting this entire day.
Except for that, the last roll was a bit.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting to get a lot, right? Like, I mean, I have an above average for, I think, this point in time, body and endurance score. I just happen, to roll a 3. So
this with this mechanics, like an easy is 10, average 14, challenging 18, difficulty is 20, which is only 2 higher than challenging.
Yeah. I mean, and that's going to be the thing is like, we're going to have to look into like, especially because the way you want to do the story, right? Like, we're going to have to look into, attributes and skills. As we get, as we get in, we're going to start, getting a lot of things. So, this isn't going to be an every week thing. I would like it to be as scheduled as possible. Like I want to play I'm going to want to play this every Sunday, but it's going to be, we're going to have, I'll make sure I announce it before when we have, so
if you're I'll try and figure out exactly on Friday if I'm able to.
Yeah. So at the very latest, Friday we'll know for sure whether or not we're going to play. And if I don't say, like, if I say no, we're not going to play on Friday and something changes and you're available to play, we're still not going to play on Sunday. Yeah. Like, I'm going to be strict with my scheduling and say, if we're not going to play, then Friday night, we know that we're going to play. But we're going to try.
We're not going to surprise people.
It's not going to be like, oh, surprise
stream. It won't be this.
It won't be this. Yeah. You will definitely know when we're doing The Witcher. Topher, thank you for all of your hard work in this.
I enjoyed that.
Putting everything together and helping. It's not going to be a regular like tabletop RPG. Like I feel like we're just going to be exploring this story together. We're going to be writing a story with game mechanics and our own imaginations and our own
from some other people.
Yeah, and without any in-depth knowledge of the Witcher universe. So if again,
the Witcher stories follow Geralt.
Yeah, we're following John. Guy. Yeah, this is a different guy. This is John. John of Belhaven, the Lonely Bear.
Anything, it's his interpretation of the world.
Of the world around. Right. Yeah. So, I mean, if there's things where we say, oh, we're in an area and you are very adamant, a follower of lore, and you say, no, that happened in this way, and we're sorry.
Let us know.
Yeah, tell us
all you want.
Yeah, tell us all you want. But we're not, we're not doing it to be, we're telling our story of the continent and what's there. So as we get more knowledgeable, things may fall more in place with things. But this, all it is an opportunity for myself and Topher to extrapolate the imagination in a cohesive form with one another. We don't do it enough.
Yes.
So that's what we're going to do. And we'll try and
need to conform to the chaos.
Yes, we have to conform to the chaos. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Thank you very, 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 very much for being here. This week, we have some kind of changes to my gameplay scheduling for the week. I think tomorrow night, I'm going to stream Star Citizen again because it's just about the end of, I'm pretty sure the only day that I'm not going to stream Star Citizen this week is Wednesday night. Wednesday night, I'm going to jump back into The Witcher Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And then Wednesday afternoon, 1 to 5, I'm going to play DC Universe with Assyrian. That's the plan anyway. I mean, if he shows up and he's got good internet and he wants to play, I'm going to play that. If he doesn't show up, I'm going to play DC Universe and wait for him to show up. So that's going to be that. Monday, Star Citizen. Wednesday, The Witcher and DC Universe. Friday, Star Citizen. Thursday night. Yeah. We got ourselves into some stuff on Thursday night. Icewind Dale. Yep.
I don't know what you guys are going to do.
I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, I don't think anybody knows what we're gonna do.
I mean, I'm trying to prep for a bunch of different stuff, so let's see what happens. Oh yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add to scheduling for you or anything? Make sure you follow him down there. His socials are under his page there. He's known as Topher DM. There's his Twitch channel. I'll give a quick little shout out to my friend here using the actual shout out mechanism.
Trying to think of like a.
Thanks for noticing me.
I am going to start uploading these episodes onto the Witcher episodes specifically onto the YouTube channel. And I'm thinking about actually making a Dumpstat Games YouTube channel.
That'd be cool.
And then we'll both have access to it.
I can upload my stuff to that too. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So we'll get onto that. But thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you had a good holiday weekend. If you're stateside and you celebrate the Thanksgiving, I hope all of your college and professional football teams, if you're into that one, or some of those, I hope they lost because I don't like them. But with that being said,
I could leave you with a Witcher quote.
Oh yeah, let's hear it. Well, wait, hang on. I gotta say be excellent to each other. Tune back in tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, and let's get our Witcher quote from Topher, the Monolith DM.
Yeah, remember, love is a shard of ice. There you go.
That is a deep quote. I like that quote a lot. Remember, love is a shard of ice. All right, everybody, have a good weekend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for being here.